Rules, we'd ask you please to turn off your electronic devices. Looks like everybody's got one. And these meetings are televised live, so we'd ask you when you approach the podium, please tell us who you are and which business you represent. And if you need a handheld mic, we have handheld mics. If you have plans, just lay them out on the desk next to the podium, and you'll be able to watch them up on the screen there. So we've got kind of a busy agenda tonight, so why don't we get started with our first item on the agenda is DRB 2012-58, the application of the Italian American Club of Wayne at 301 West Wayne Avenue in Wayne for a building addition. And I'm not sure if anybody's here from the IEC club yet. No? Okay, well, one down. Let's go to number two. Number two is DRB 2012-59, the application of kitchen capers at 385 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for 2 awnings. Told you it might get you out quick. You didn't think it was going to be this quick, huh?
Rick Kratchman, Kitchen Capers.
Okay, Rich. All right, tell us what you've done up there.
Back in January of last year, there was a bad storm, and the awnings were somewhat old. The storm kind of ruined the awnings. We replaced them with our current colors, which are red awnings, and neglected to apply for a design review.
Welcome.
Okay, Rich, the materials you're using are?
This.
The material?
Yes.
It's umbrella?
Yep.
Okay, good. And your letter size is, you can't be
Consistent.
higher than 8 inches.
What's that?
You can't be any higher than 8 inches on an awning application.
Okay.
And I believe you're,
It's like 6.
well, yeah, you're, I believe 6, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
So you're good there. And
Yep,
it's a
there we
pretty
go.
cut and dry application you have here.
Okay.
It's nice to see it cleaned up. I mean, when everybody replaces their signs, it just looks great. It looks fresh, it looks good.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah. Rich, is there any other thing you're doing pertaining to lighting or
Not changing a thing.
just the awning?
Yep.
Okay. And I know it's already up.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
Okay,
I have no problem with it.
I have no
Okay.
problem.
all right.
I move that we, in the matter of, where's the DRB? Is it 1259?
12:59, yeah.
Yeah, in that matter, I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Okay,
Thank
do I
you.
hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
You know, we always give people who stand up here an opportunity to talk about their business. You've been here a long time, but maybe there's someone who's watching at home that doesn't know exactly, what's there, and are you the business owner?
Yes, I am.
Well, here's your spiel. Opportunity.
Well, we are a kitchenware store carrying things like cookware, cutlery, electronics, coffee makers, juicers, and we pride ourselves in good customer service and being able to answer questions when consumers have those. So please come in and visit.
I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Rich, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Will we get something in the mail? Or?
Yeah, you'll get something from Radnor Township. Okay,
Nick's here.
good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rich.
Bob,
Yes,
number 1 is here.
okay, great. All right, so if we can go back to number 1, it's DRB 2012-58, the application of the Italian American Club of Wayne at 301 West Wayne Avenue for a building addition. Hello, Mr. Cornelia.
Hello.
Denied.
This is the biggest one you're going to have this year.
This is an important, very
This is
important.
very important.
I don't think I have to look at all this.
I'm here I'm actually the treasurer of the IAC, and Ricky McGurl, who's going to build the roof extension, is also here. So if there's any technical questions,
Okay.
I won't know anything about it, but Ricky probably will. You may know that the IAC built a patio. You see it there. You have some pictures in front of you that probably don't do it as well justice. So I took this one today just to give you an idea of what it looks like today. And all we're really intending to do is extend this lower roof the same distance from the wall as currently exists and extend it out to be in line with this upper roof. So it'll be extended out to approximately here, probably be a 2-foot overhang beyond the existing wall there, just like the upper roof, and it'll be the same distance. I think you have a diagram there, how far it's going to be from both the wall and how far it would extend out. So basically, we give some cover, and the purpose really of the patio initially was to provide, the IAC went non-smoking. So it was to provide a smoking venue for the people who smoke at the club. And now, as winter approaches, we want to give them some protection. And so we're having, extending the roof out a little bit.
Okay. Nick, you're bringing it out this way also, correct? Both ways?
It's going out, yes, it's going
Right.
out toward the front, but no further than that existing lower roof. Then going out toward Conestoga Road, again, no further than the existing upper roof there.
It looks like everything, according to the plans, is going to match pretty much like what you have there.
Same exact material,
Right.
same exact design.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the intent is.
Yeah. Nick, how about, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, how about lighting? There's going to be some changes to lighting?
I don't think there'll be any lighting in the roof.
I think in the soffit areas around.
Go ahead, why don't you have to come up here, Rick.
Rick McGurl, RJM Contracting. I believe we're going to do some hi-hats around in the soffit areas.
It looks like you already have them in the existing.
In the existing
Yeah, so you'll
soffit
match that?
To match that,
Mhm.
yes,
Same spacing?
correct.
Wait, I can't, it looks like you might only have, no, it looks like you have 3. So just continue it across. That would maybe mean adding 2.
I haven't looked at it.
Does it look like that from your photo? Is it on the plan?
Is it, Rick?
Is it a check? I didn't see it, but I've been known to miss things.
Doesn't matter if they're matching existing.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, if you notice, this
Yeah.
one, this is one of the older photos, just
Yeah,
kind
that-
of matching that, Rick.
Right, that's what I have right now,
Okay.
so just continue those. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Any other design changes, signage changes, anything like that? That's pretty much it. Okay,
It's pretty much going to look exactly like that.
Mhm.
Sign is over there.
okay. Danny, questions?
I have no problem with it.
No problem. Cindy,
Ready for motion?
any questions for us, guys?
No.
All right, okay.
Okay, in the manner of DRB 2012-58, the Italian American Club of Wayne, I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Here, a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
When has
Appreciate
Nick
it.
ever had such a short meeting before?
I think we're just warming up for the January meeting, which are going to be,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
All right, look forward to seeing you in January.
What's coming in January?
I don't know. Okay, thanks, Nick.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Third on the agenda tonight is DRB 2012-60, the application of Elf and Company Skateboard Supply at 2 Luella Court in Wayne for one awning, and this is zoned Wayne Business Overlay District.
Brett Turek, Elf and Company Skateboard Supply.
How you doing, Brett?
Hi.
Okay. Looks like you plan on putting an awning up. You want to just kind of walk us through?
Yeah,
Okay, thanks.
it's just a basic black awning with a red border and the name of the company on the valance.
Mm-hmm.
It's made from Sombrella Black, 100% woven acrylic. Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it is.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Simple, but it's going to,
I mean, it meets the requirements. You're allowed up to 8-inch lettering.
Mhm.
You certainly meet that. It's got to be 7 foot high from grade.
Yeah.
You meet that requirement. Lighting changes to the outside of the building, anything like that going on?
No, just the windows that you see there, they've been replaced.
Okay.
oh, they've been replaced?
Mhm.
And I see you already have your street number, your address on the awning? Number 4? Is that
Yeah,
you?
I don't know why it says 2 on there.
Oh,
That
mine
was
says
something-
4. Are you, oh, where does it say 2?
2 on the agenda, yeah.
Oh, well, on the awning, you're 4, right? Are you number?
It is 4, but there was just some confusion
Okay.
at the
All right, well, let's just
township. But they
assume you're-
said
I'll make it 4 on my application.
I think Mary and Kathy has it listed as 2, Luella, but I'll verify that with Mary and Kathy.
Okay. All right, thanks,
Okay.
Veta.
So just whatever number it is, that's the number you get, right?
yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Just a couple other things, just to keep in mind. I know you're a new business owner in town. You're allowed to put some sort of signage in your window,
Okay.
but only allowed up to 20% of your available window space. Okay? And you may see around town like 10 signs or sandwich boards.
Mhm.
They're not actually, they're not allowed.
Okay.
All right, so you see them, but
Right.
they're against code. And I think.
It looks good. When do you want to open?
As soon as possible, I think next week.
Oh, good.
For a skateboard company, you're off to a good start because you're on a hill.
I was just thinking that. Can we all come over and test drive, you know?
That works.
Right down into Lancaster.
Ray, want to tell us just a little bit about the business coming in?
It's just all things skateboarding. So if you're into any kind of skateboarding or you know somebody who skateboards, we got you covered.
Maybe they're home watching. Like, is that,
Yeah,
I don't
come,
skateboard,
Come
so.
out and skateboard.
Are there clothes? Are there,
There's clothes, but mainly it's shoes and skateboards, but all the different kinds of skateboards, because there's a lot now. It's not just street skateboarding, it's longboarding, and
Do you give lessons?
cruisers, everything else.
Do you give lessons?
not to,
Possibly.
just say not to him, I think would be
Like,
unwise.
how long would it take me to learn how to skate?
You know what? You probably don't have the insurance for
I
that.
don't know.
This is going to look good. Be an interesting asset.
All right, great. Lots of luck to you, Brett.
Thank you.
And
Wait,
we'll
wait,
make-
we should have a motion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't roll off just
I'm on a
yet.
roll. In the matter of DRB 2012-60, Elf and Company Skateboard Supply at 4 or 2 to be determined Luella Court, I move that we approve the awning as presented.
Okay, second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Lots of luck. All right. Next is DRB 2012-61. The application is Sleepy's, the Mattress Professionals, at 530 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, for 1 ground sign and 2 wall signs and a facade renovation. Hello there. If you need a handheld mic, if it's easier for you.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I will take that.
Yeah. Okay, good.
By way of introduction,
You're on. You're on.
my name is Bob Whalen. I'm one of the new owners of the Cody Lighting Building. And I grew up in the township. My parents lived in the township for 40 years, and I'm currently the chairman of the Tredyffrin Township Planning Commission.
Oh,
So I've been around the area a long time. I served 6 years in the Marines and did two tours in the Middle East. And,
Great.
really excited about this project tonight. We've, if you notice, we've already started
Yeah.
a little bit of work, and we've repointed the brick. We had a hard time finding the old brick from 50 years ago, but we were able to find it. So we're reusing that, and we've already repointed the brick. It looks really nice. It's kind of covered with plastic right now, but it'll be back out. The ephes color we picked for the front top panel is this creme brulee color. I'll bring that up.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. All right.
And then there should be a rendering of the front facade in your packet. We've put some score lines in and an architectural detail of a cornice on the top of the building. We had 5, my wife's an architect, although she doesn't have her AIA. I moved her out of California before she got it. So we had 5 architects working on this, and this is what they came up with. We think, look, it's, a
Can
big
you slide
improvement. Sure.
so that if anybody is watching on a screen, they can see it up there? You can see there. Is that in my packet? Yes.
We think it's a big improvement over the red metal that was there before, and probably could have even painted the metal and had it look better than it did. But we've signed a lease with Sleepy's for 2/3 of the downstairs. Cody's going to stay. He's been a part of the community, and his family has for a long time. But most of his business is going to the internet, so he doesn't need as much space as he did previously. So he'll take the right-hand side in this area, and he'll be back before you probably next month for his sign. We're planning these 4 awnings with red sunbrella, and that color is right here.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
It's hard to see on the screen. It looks darker than it really is.
No advertising on the awnings?
No.
Okay.
And then for the signage, we really liked what they did at Wayne Square. We thought it was very attractive and tasteful. So we're going to do something very similar to that.
Yeah, there's a monument sign there, isn't there?
There is. It's the new one will be in conformance with your code, but a little bit larger than what's there now. And you'll see Sleepy's will be on the top, and then Cody Lighting will take the middle, third, and then we have open space upstairs, and we're really not sure what we're going to do with that space. The township manager has given us a determination that it is retail, second floor retail up there. So we'll be looking for some sort of tenant for the second floor.
How do you get to the second floor from outside? Is there a way from outside, or you'd have to come in?
There are 2 stair towers that lead to the outside, and we're in the process of putting in an elevator.
Okay.
So that it would be fully ADA accessible. And then I'll bring these chips up. This is what we're thinking for the metal, and then for the inside portion of the frame color, which seems to match the ethos pretty well.
Yes.
Okay.
Bob, I don't have in my packet the rendering that you've put up there with the awnings on it. So if you'd slide that back into position, I have these two, which are not a problem, but they just don't show the awnings. So I just wanted to see, is there a drop to? Oh, okay. It's really nice to see the building being taken care of, spruced up.
I'll put one up on the screen as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Oh, okay, that looks great.
Okay. The awnings are, they're going to make a big difference there.
The awnings will make a huge
It'll
difference.
kind of break it up,
Yeah.
expand to that building.
We haven't selected the lighting yet for those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights that go on the top of the brick. Do I need to come back?
Yeah.
Once we
Yeah, would
choose
you
those?
please? Yeah.
Okay, that's no problem.
Okay.
Do you mean which lights, Bob?
Sconces?
These here,
The sconces?
yes?
Because you have to come back for the sconces.
Well-
Usually they will and things like that. Matter of fact, we have an application tonight that's coming back for lighting, specifically
Okay.
lighting, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was,
You're close enough, right, Bob?
Right down the road.
Okay, good. All right.
well, I like what you're doing with the building. I think that's really improving, definitely that facade's being improved greatly. I love the awnings. Are the windows change, or did you put new windows in, or no?
We did. We replaced the windows,
Okay.
and we're trying to figure out how to put these dividers in.
Oh, yeah, that would be so nice, too.
They look really nice. So we haven't figured out how to do that. Our architect said you can actually tape them to the inside, but
Do they have to be on the inside, or can it be something that's just
it could
fixed
be
on the
inside,
outside?
really.
Yeah. Well, work with her.
How about the side of the building? What are you going to do there? I know it was repainted, I don't know, 10 years or so ago, but,
We're going to re-stucco it, and we're trying to figure out the right material because there is quite a bit of water infiltrating the building, especially on the east wall,
Oh,
and that's causing some structural issues with the old block.
okay.
So we're still working on what that's going to be.
All right.
But it's just going to get re-stuccoed,
Okay.
and the color will match that creme brulee.
Okay, good, good.
good.
All right. Are we okay then?
I'm okay with the facade changes
Tony,
and the
you
windows.
all right?
I
I
like
think it's
this.
great. I think it's terrific.
I think it's a big
What
plus.
What an improvement.
Great.
Okay, well, why don't we talk about that sign in the front?
Yeah.
Great.
And the elephant in the room?
Actually,
Oh,
the wall sign, I'm
the
sorry.
wall
Bob,
sign.
On the building itself, the Sleepy wall sign.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to represent Sleepy then tonight with that sign?
Yes,
Okay.
So, you know about our code.
I do.
I just asked Veta if she would print out what we did for the establishment across the street from you. So we gave them 16-inch letters, as maximum letter height.
Okay.
The Curie Spa, and that's what we've maintained throughout the township.
Even if we're inside the square footage?
Yeah, it's a really interesting thing. Maybe we need to make that clearer. But you have this amount of space, in terms of square footage based upon your frontage, but that doesn't mean you can fill it. You can only have your letters be a certain height. Am I saying that clearly?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Believe me, you could see those
Yeah.
letters from
You'll
600
They have
feet.
16 inches. Have you looked at Curie? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see that. I know it's not consistent with Sleepy's. They
They wanted 30.
oh, I'm sure they do. But, it's so, there are a lot of businesses that have come before us that have wanted 30. I won't name them all, but you can probably imagine as you go up and down the pike who wanted the big letters.
You
but we
won't have
just
any
haven't done
problem
it.
with 16.
You'll be able to see them. I know that you might want to change the way you do it, maybe spread them out. Are they going to be mounted on a board, or are they going to be individual, are they channel mounted individual letters?
Yes. We didn't want a raceway. We thought the raceways don't look as nice as...
No, they don't.
I'm sorry, from my application, what was the height of the letters?
30 inches.
30-inch, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even the center where the Wayne Act used to be, and those buildings sit quite far off the highway. I think most of those were coming in around 18 inches.
Yeah, if you set that far back, we would give you an extra 2 inches.
Yeah.
But,
That building's pretty much right on top of Route 30, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you look at Bertucci's across the way too, I guess they have,
It'll look
Some
less
red
crowded,
lighting.
too.
Yeah.
Does that include the words, the mattress professional?
we would, you can stretch, they would have to be, how big were you thinking of making those? Let me see what you applied for. I mean, it should be,
I think it affects those. I think it's just the sleepies.
yeah, well, don't
Yeah,
forget now,
but-
Cody's going to come back and he's going to want some wall signage too.
yes,
so-
he's going to want wall signage. I was just
Yeah.
kind of thinking about how his sign is going to sit. So
How
you're.
about 16-inch letters for Cody?
16-inch letter for Cody?
Yeah.
Well, let's see
Oh.
what Cody's got to come up with.
Yeah, he just has to, we don't have to worry about him tonight.
Yeah.
But, so you're going to do sleepies centered across the building.
Yes.
I don't know what Cody's going to come in with. Do you think it would look, that'll look unbalanced to have him hanging on the right side of the building? As you face the building, I was wondering whether you had considered shifting to the left so that the last S in Sleepy's is above your door, and then Cody's would be just, I don't know whether it needs to be balanced, but I thought it would create some symmetry instead of, you know what I'm thinking?
Sleepy's specifically requested to have the center over the door, and Cody's fine with it being over the windows. And we think with the architectural lines grooved in, that it actually will work well, as it did with the Kid Protect sign that you previously approved, was in that exact location, right above the
You're right,
windows.
we did approve it. So how,
Well, that's
Where's the
kind of
thing
a
that
mock
tell-
up there.
yeah, I see it, but I don't know how big the letters are on the mattress professionals. In fact, where's my, oh, here we go, it must be in
I
here.
just looked, I didn't see that, Cindy.
Somewhere I got that 30-inch thing.
.30-inch by 240 is what they're
Right.
showing.
Which page is that on?
Page 2, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just didn't see any
Yeah.
mattress professionals.
I don't.
What would you say that is, Tony, to scale? Mattress professionals compared to Sleepy's, about
Well, I would
maybe
say,
a
if
third?
that's,
maybe 10 inches?
so we're going to go a little over half on the size of the letters, which means the mattress professionals look like they're about,
6.
yeah, maybe 8, 6 to 8. So what would we want to suggest that we are happy with?
Well, then you keep it in proportion if they were
Mm-hmm.
6-inch letters.
Well, it looks like they might be 6 inches right now,
Which is fine if
but you don't want to go smaller than
if the
that.
Sleepy's is 6. It's going to look a lot better with 16-inch letters because it won't be so crowded.
Yes,
Aesthetically, you'll like it better, Bob, trust me. I wouldn't-
Bob will like it better, but he has a tenant who's not going to like it better. But I guess the bottom line is we're not going to approve 30-inch letters. That 16 is our maximum height, so you might have to go back and chat with them about it.
Okay, could I request the 18 that you approved elsewhere?
No, because you're right on top of Lancaster Avenue. And that's what we limited Curie to, and they wanted larger letters too. So we said, this is what we'll give you, and we want to be consistent with what we do throughout the township.
I understand.
And I understand where you're sitting too, because I would want to make my tenant happy, and so it's our fault when you get there, but it's a great location for them.
They wanted to be in the Tirani building, which I think it's better to...
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Well, we'll approve 3-inch letters.
In the Toronto building, yeah. Okay. Can we make a motion to
Yeah.
approve?
Well, when we get to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, what do you think, Bob?
I
You
think
know
I have to
your
go
tenant.
back to the tenant. If that's what you approved tonight and they're not happy with it, then
Right.
They won't be disappointed, believe me. This has happened.
they want to be in the township, so...
Well,
Okay.
that's a good way to get in the township, and you're going to stand out in the township, you know that. I know Sleepy's is consistent everywhere else, but you know there are towns that just don't allow the big letters, so we're on that list. And this is a great location for them. And I think if we approve the 16 and 6 to 8 for the mattress
Right.
professionals, then you can go back to them and say, this is what we got. And if they say, we want to appeal that, then they have that you know, they can do that,
Right.
but I hope they don't.
You won't be disappointed,
Yeah.
and they
No,
won't be.
this will look
They have
great.
that option.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have that option.
Just keep pointing
if
that
they-
building across the street, say, look, you can see those letters. No one is going to miss Sleepy's. When do they want to open?
February 1st.
I can wait that long to get my mattress. What else are we looking at?
Okay, let me just. How about the height from grade on that sign?
Under 15 feet.
Okay. All right.
You say 16 or 15?
Under 15.
15.
1-5.
Okay. And window signage, I know,
We're not currently planning any.
okay. If they do, you're only allowed up to 20% of your available window space for
I understand.
signage. Okay. All right, so I think, so that's kind of where we're at with the wall sign, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you'll go back to Sleepy's and talk to them about that.
I will.
Okay.
Even though Cody's isn't coming in tonight, are you expecting them to want to put their sign on the far right panel?
Of the monument sign or the wall sign?
Their wall sign?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. I was just curious about that. That sounds good. That would be a good
Okay.
place to see it.
All right, Tony, you all right with the wall sign then?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So-
We'd also like to see on the doors the actual street address.
Okay, that's no problem.
If we have emergencies, things like that with the township, they like to know
It
exactly
can
where
just be
they're
decal.
going.
That's no problem.
Okay,
Okay,
And we're going to have it on the monument as well.
right.
great.
Okay, why don't we talk about the monument sign then?
Okay.
All right. So that looks like the photograph is of the one down at the old Acme Center.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh, So that means you have to rebuild it. Take this down and rebuild, right, to get the brick and the whole, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, looking at that area and that location, I was wondering if that monument sign be better on the other side of the parking lot from where it is now. It's a little congested next to the cheese melt and,
Well,
If I can point out the other side, it's a driveway, and it is very tight in that area to get to the back of the building,
okay,
which is half of our parking. And additionally, although it's illegal, most people,
I cut through there all the time. You can't put a sign there. Is that what you're going to say?
yeah,
most people cut that way to get past the dry cleaner,
right.
Yeah.
onto Old Sugar Town, and then around by
Yeah.
La Maison. So
Well, I was wondering too if it was a kind of blocked the view as people backing out,
it could, you're right.
yeah.
Um,
And when they pull out a meltdown, they're pulling straight out.
Okay. All right, well, it's got to be at least 10 foot
From
off the carway.
10 foot, yeah, I was wondering
Um,
if it could be a little closer. I don't know about the sight lines right now, if it would be better to have it a little closer to the building, but you've probably looked at that, right?
It does conform with the sightlines. We had
Okay.
our engineer look at that.
Oh, good, because I always think when I'm backing, well, you shouldn't be backing out onto Lancaster Avenue, but,
Right.
are you redoing the parking lot?
We're going to, we've repaired the parking lot at this point, and we're going to reseal and restripe and add a handicap spot.
Did
But
you have some kind of infrastructure situation? What was going on under, you dug up plumbing or something, or?
Cody
pipe-
had a 6-inch water line blow for the sprinkler.
Bummer.
It was right before we bought the building, so.
Yeah, I know it was all torn up.
Good timing, huh? Yeah,
Okay, so,
okay. So one handicap sign resurfaced, or blacken the parking lot, restripe it.
Yes, we're
Okay.
probably not going to get enough warm weather between now and the spring to do that, so.
Okay.
okay, yeah.
All right, so the monument itself, you're going to try to duplicate the brick on the building then, I imagine?
Yes.
Okay. Size-wise, what do you think?
For how wide it is?
Or just, yeah,
It's going to be 5 bricks high,
okay.
and it's showing,
So you're showing it higher than that,
yeah, 1, 2, 3.
almost 8?
So, yeah, I think in the front of that, some of that will be below grade, and the back it'll be exposed
Okay,
because of the grade change there.
So you're allowed a total height of 8 foot from the base there,
Okay.
or from grade, I should say.
Like,
8 foot
I'm-
max from grade.
and I'm having trouble see what the numbers are there, so what is the height on it?
It's 6 feet 10 is the actual box.
Okay, and then we add, what did you
Yeah.
say, 5 times 20 inches of, if it's 4-inch bricks, is that,
Yeah, it's 4-inch brick plus, well, yeah, it's 4-inch with the,
so 6 feet plus 20
You're a little
inches,
over.
you're a little,
20. Okay, we should like to take out some brick, or
Yeah.
take off the top of the sign some.
Take off the tops, yeah, you probably can find something somewhere to keep that under 8 feet.
Okay.
How big is that Sleepy's panel itself, do you know?
1, 2, 3. I want to say it's roughly 10 inches.
Looks like 10.
About 10, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we would probably said at Sleepy's lettering might be about a 6-inch,
That would be fine.
okay.
It's going to be interior lit, at night it'll reverse to white, right?
Yes.
Is it going to be red during the day on black, or red on white, or something like that?
Sleepers will probably be red, and Cody maybe blue. That's been his,
Oh, blue is his thing?
blue is his thing.
That's what you had before. You said reverse to white, reverse.
At night, the letters will shine
Right.
through white,
And
but they're- yeah,
background will be
the
black.
background will be black, yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
Okay.
Yeah, just be careful about that setback and the sight line and everything, but you said you've already checked that out, correct?
Yes, our engineer
Okay.
already looked at that.
Okay, good.
So, did Wayne Square get a variance for their height? Because I think they must be over 8.
I don't believe so.
I don't, and you know what, that monument, we've done a lot of changes to the monument in terms of slipping in new signs, but I haven't, that monument was put up quite a while ago. I wasn't on the board then. I don't know, do you know what the height is on the Wayne Square monument?
Okay.
I don't know how long they've been here, but you probably know that when a sign changes, now it has to conform. So if they came in and said, we want to build a new monument sign, we'd be out there with our measuring stick. I feel like I should go around with my measuring stick anyway. I'm wondering what everybody's doing, but.
Okay, we'll keep
So-
it under 8.
Well, they came in
8
before
feet max.
1991, I think that's when we started, right?
Well, that's not relatively new.
Oh, is
I'm
it?
per- Yeah.
Just, I wasn't
Yeah,
on the
it's
board.
def- I think I was off at that time, too.
So we're still going to stick with the 8 feet.
Right.
Okay.
Regardless of
We've done
whatever
other
else
monument
says.
signs since then, since I have been on the board, and we've stuck with the 8 feet.
Okay. Bob, are you going to put a landscaping bed in, similar to what's in that photograph, or not?
It's just going to be grass. We really don't have any ground
Not
there.
much space.
Okay.
We're right on the property line. In
It's-
fact, we have to be very careful when we put the sign in that we don't encroach on our neighbor.
Okay. So you have no
So
way to
that
protect
grass
your
is
sign
not-
from some,
Yeah, but there's nothing to
Okay.
be mowed or anything around it. It's
Okay,
just
but
sitting
I'm just
on,
saying
it's
if
sitting on
somebody
on the,
backs into it or whatever, little curve.
their car is going to get hurt.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see where the parking is relative to.
They're expensive, so hopefully that
I
doesn't
know,
happen.
Right.
Put bumpers on it. Yeah, there's a parking space right next to it. I hope nobody backs into it.
It's funny, I was even thinking, looking at the building, and I guess maybe a little bit before we see all the awnings, but we've encouraged, well, we encouraged people years ago, not so much recently, long properties like this, even if you put planters out front, something just to break it up and, a
Well-
little flower growth and stuff like that, so.
But also to keep people from driving into your windows, which has happened a number of places in Wayne. Something you might want to think
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
But I think this looks really nice. It's really an improvement
Yeah,
to what we
definitely.
had there, and I'm glad to see the building restored to, look, it just looks great.
Thank you.
Can we make motions?
Yeah, Tony, any other questions, comments?
no.
You're all right.
I have no problem.
Bob, do you have any questions for us? or-
No.
Okay, Cindy, you want to give it a try?
Yeah, and yes, I'll give it a try. Let me find the right DRB
Okay.
number. So let me know how I do. Is this DRB, I put my list away. Is it 2012-61?
61, yeah.
Great, okay. In the matter of 2012-61, I move that we accept the awnings as presented, the changes to facade as presented, the new Sleepy's wall sign to be the Sleepy's letters no larger than 16 inches, the mattress professionals to be between 6 and 8, whatever fits. Is that acceptable? Okay, between 6 and 8 inches. The monument, I move that we accept the monument sign with the stipulation that it be no higher than 8 feet. Did I miss anything?
No, I should also mention that monument sign, no longer than 30 square feet also.
I'm sorry, what was it?
No larger than 30 square feet, the
Yes.
monument sign.
You got that part, though, right?
I understand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kevin Kinchansky defined that for us.
Mm-hmm.
If I can bring this forward. They have
Oh,
that
cool.
area marked out with a dotted line.
Right, that's the live area, that's what's allowed to be 30 square feet, right?
Okay, yeah, that's how Kevin defined it for
Okay.
us.
Okay, good. Was good of him. Are you leaving me with this?
Yes.
Do you want that? Okay, cool. I think there was one other thing. Okay, the monument, approving the monument side, 30 square feet for the live area, no higher than 8 feet. Address on the doors, decals or something on the doors so we know what the street address is for emergency vehicles. Did we get it all?
The lighting's going to come back.
That's understood.
I'll be back.
The lighting will be
Okay,
done.
you'll bring some cuts and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, I guess you can live without the lighting for another month.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Did you get that motion? Are we good?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I think we're real good.
Okay, that's my
Okay.
motion.
All right, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob,
Yes,
we'll need copies of all the new submittals.
thank you, Bob.
I don't have anything else.
Are you missing something?
Oh, here we go. There it is.
Let's see, is there any over here? I don't think I got one, so,
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
thank you. So see you soon.
Okay. All right, next on tonight's agenda is DRB 2012-62, the application of Rosie's Mug Coffee Cafe at 350 North Spring Mill Road in Villanova for 5 wall signs. And this is the coffee shop at the Villanova train station. Hi there.
Hi,
How are you?
good.
That's good.
Are you the owner?
Yes, I'm Debbie Doyle.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, Debbie, you want to just walk us through what you have in mind?
Yes, I submitted the specs some time ago, and I don't have a copy of them with me. I haven't looked at it for a while.
Okay.
So,
Would you like to look at mine while you're speaking about it? Would it be
well,
helpful?
I think I pretty much know.
Oh, you know what, for the viewers at home, too.
Here,
It's
I know.
a
Why don't we
coffee
put
shop
this-
located in the Villanova Amtrak station, and there's been other coffee shops there in the past. So currently, there's some old signs that I'm just going to put decals on over the existing signs to change the name to my current name.
Debbie, do you want to put these on the table so that if anyone's looking on TV,
Here we go. Oh,
you could put these up so that people can see what's being proposed? And this probably shows, I did look at these, so I know, and I can see it on the screen, too. If you're going to talk about the changes that you'll be making. Do I have? Well,
Yeah, I would say let's do it all.
let's do it all.
Yeah.
So you're putting decals over?
Yes,
Because we're going to approve each sign, so we'll have to see them all.
All right. Start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Currently, there's no sign there. There's brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And this faces the train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it lists the kinds of drinks, coffee drinks, that I offer in the coffee shop.
Okay.
And then
Well, let's
here's
do,
another view of it from the window that's, oh no, I'm sorry. This is on the side of the building facing the dormitories.
Okay.
Bob, she needs to use the microphone.
Well, no, oh, yeah, we can't. Here,
I'm
why don't you use the handheld?
Okay.
there we go, Debbie. This is a really tough application. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
This
this
is-
building.
I know the
But,
building,
you know, there's roads, there's 2 roads coming in from each side, and you've got the train tracks.
which gives her the ability to put signs all the way around it.
Yeah,
You
but
can have a
there-
sign on in front, wherever you have frontage,
You know,
right?
there's a couple problems, though, to be honest with you. You're only allowed 1 sign per wall.
Yeah, I know,
okay.
we have a few extra
And
signs
there's a
going
couple
here.
extra signs.
Well, there's only one, this one. That would be the only sign on that one.
Well,
Okay.
if you just move your finger just a little to the left,
To the
where
left.
that is, I mean, I think there's a sign right next to it, correct?
Yeah. What
Here?
wall's that on?
No, on,
That's a different sign. This sign is on one side of the building. This sign is on the side of the building that's facing the railroad tracks.
okay.
So that's a different side. Around the corner.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
That's
about.
where this sign is. You could sort of around over here on the
Mm-hmm.
other side of the building.
All right, well, and one other thing, and I'm looking like the bad guy here.
No,
I'm just looking in the code book. On a wall sign, you can't list like all the different products that you have.
It's not like a menu, it's
Yeah.
just, this is
No,
the
it
business,
just-
Okay.
and,
Yes, and it just says coffee drinks.
Yeah.
Cappuccino latte. It
That-
doesn't include, it's not like a menu.
I
Well,
mean, we can only put the name of the business,
Yeah.
like, what could she say? You can say, you know,
Well, it's,
Rosie's mug.
and you already have that in your windows
Uh,
in way of a decal. Okay.
That's,
So you
I
can,
guess, it doesn't show up well at all. That's on the side
Yeah.
towards the train tracks.
see, that would be pretty much,
Let me see. So, yeah, to me, that says it. If they don't know what's in a coffee shop, but we just don't allow you to write cappuccino, coffee, lattes, et cetera.
yeah, not, according to the code,
Mm-hmm.
for a wall sign.
Okay, can
Yeah,
I
that-
have anything besides Rosie's mug?
Could you-
Cafe?
Well, you can put your website, you
your
can put a
telephone number,
phone
your
number.
website.
Those are allowable items. I'm sorry, what did you want to put?
Well, I'm just wondering if I can have anything besides the name of.
Well, I would say, you know, like that'll work. Rosie's Mug, Coffee Cafe.
Okay.
I think that kind of explains the business.
Can I have welcome Villanova students?
I was wondering about that. That's,
Because that's very important.
yeah, I know it is too, yeah, and I would almost say, yeah.
It's unique, because
It
it's on,
is
I mean,
unique.
it's on
Yeah.
campus. They,
Yeah, I would-
who else is coming in is kind of my thought, but, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
It's sort of like a private building there, so, yes, I would put that welcome Villanova students there.
What about the Tradici Cafe and Market?
That's who used to be there.
Right.
So
That's what it used to be.
That's
Yes.
going. That's a,
Oh,
that's.
I see, okay.
So if we were to put a wall sign right there, naturally, excuse me, naturally, it'd probably be a little smaller since we're getting rid of a lot of that text,
Right.
okay? All right. The other thing that you could do, and it'll cost you a couple more dollars, but you have the opportunity, if the property owner would allow you, is to put a freestanding sign on that property. Okay?
What do
I
you
mean,
by
that's
freestanding?
allowable,
Like
a ground
a
sign
ground
and
sign?
such.
That's expensive compared to what she's already.
I know it is,
Yeah,
but that's why I
pricey.
said, and I don't know whether whoever owns your property would allow you to do that. But you've got the traffic, I guess, coming a couple different directions, and if
Right.
it's laid out right, you might get a lot of impact from a monument-type sign.
You know, a lot of restaurants have their menus outside.
But we
It's
don't,
not like
yes.
this isn't like a
That's like a
complaint
menu
zone.
box.
No, I was
Yeah.
kind of kidding. I'm just saying, we
Do
just
we
don't
have-
allow a wall sign to
do we
list
permit
what's
menu
what's
boxes?
eaten in the restaurant, you know?
People do it,
We've
I'm
turned
sure.
other
I know.
signs down that want to do like Mexican and then say tacos, burritos, and, you know, even though it's not their full menu, we just don't allow it. So if there's another way to display what, you know, what you do, some of the products that you do have, can we find it?
Well, like I say, it's already in your glass, I know, in your windows.
Yeah, but
Correct.
that doesn't show up at all. I
Okay.
mean, it's like an old,
Can
you
you,
know.
can you
Sold
put
glass.
some, I know it's a
Yeah,
white vinyl.
It's like nobody would even see it.
Okay.
So this is,
Do we permit any banners?
No.
We can't have that.
No.
It's not us, it is the code, but we have other coffee shops that have only been able, and people do figure it out, like, you know, I'm not going to name them, but you know the coffee shops in town that just say what they are, and then I think most people understand what's going on inside. So you're welcoming Villanova students, you're saying Rosie's Mug and
Coffee
Coffee Cafe, and the mug shows, I mean, I think that's pretty clear. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you, it's just we're kind of stuck here.
all right.
All right, well, you know, why don't we
If that's
jump?
all that's allowed, there's really not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't argue it apparently, so.
Okay.
All right.
And that you've stretched your mind, you can't think of any way that I can put anything at all on the sign besides Rosie's Mug.
It
Coffee
really is,
Cafe.
it really is pretty,
Do you have a website?
No,
Okay.
okay.
it's just a small, you know.
Yeah.
It's not,
Right.
Are they-
No,
are you
unfortunately,
open
yeah.
now?
yes,
And the students are coming in?
well, not like I wish they would, because I don't have any signs. I open October 22nd,
Okay. Well, let's get the signs up.
right, that will
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Well, you could put, and you'd have to talk to Bill about that, but you can put a 30-day temporary banner if you want to put grand opening or
Okay.
whatever. You have to
Right.
present that to the township, and they'll give you approval for that.
But you don't have to come to us.
Right.
It's relatively inexpensive, and on that, you could get
Okay.
a lot more wording.
But you've approved
Yes, so
these
let's-
the way they are.
Well, we
with-
haven't approved it yet, we have to have a
Right.
motion and go through the
But
sign
I can
system.
put the Welcome Villanova students.
Yes, so you can have on your wall sign, are you saying she can have Rosie's Mug Coffee Cafe,
Yeah, I think that's,
yeah,
Pretty
and
much.
Welcome Villanova students. Yep,
and if,
Or
well, you don't have a
wild card
website. if you
wild
wanna-
card, yes, put the
Right.
wild card
If
thing on
you
there.
wanted to put your phone number on there, I don't know if that's really meaningful to a coffee shop, but,
No, it's
No.
okay. And,
Okay, so let me write down what we're saying here we can do. Okay, so,
unfortunately, the code limits you to what you can put on there, so.
okay.
You could have a website that says cappuccino at espresso at latte.net.
And then you could get that on your sign.
There you go.
So what's it going to say, Villanova students and V card? Is that what they
Like that.
call it? Or- I can't
Wild
quite-
card,
Oh, is it, and so you'll say, welcome Villanova students,
wild card accepted.
okay.
Okay, all right, so we're pretty good with that sign. The one thing we need to mention to you also is the way the sign is put on the wall. You just can't like bolt it directly through to the wall. It's got to be hung so you don't see any fasteners or anything like that.
Okay.
And just talk to your sign manufacturer about that, and they should know what to do there.
All right.
So my understanding is that if you bolt it in and you paint it to cover.
You
or
can do
cover-
that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Because I just did that. I painted
You
it
just
to
wanna see
cover mine.
fasteners.
Yeah, we don't want to see it. So if you have like whatever, silver, gold, whatever, there's a paint you can use to cover that. So that you're,
Okay.
okay?
Or that other method they call, like the Sheldon method, the way they
Yeah.
hang it from the backside.
It's more expensive. Well, it depends on your wall. Your
Yeah.
sign maker can help you with that. Now, is there a sign there right now that you're putting a decal over, that you're going to put this sign over? Is this going to be taken down and reworked, or what, I didn't quite understand.
Well, these are by the train track, one's by the train track, over the train track, and this is on the other side of the train station. So there's already a sign there that says Tradici Cafe. That's what used to be there.
Right. So you're going to cover that. They're
With
going to,
this, yes,
who's your sign guy? Signs by tomorrow?
yes,
Yeah, okay, so they'll take that down, they'll cover it,
yes.
and,
Okay, so you've got
Okay,
two
so now-
signs that are almost identical in style,
Right.
and now currently say Tradici in it.
Right,
Okay. And those are going to be a vinyl application over top.
correct.
Okay.
okay, so I got a lot of signs here, I'm a little confused, I should have maybe gone, well, I never go on campus to see, but, so we have this one and this one, these are two different walls, and then what about this one? This one,
I'm gonna have to walk up.
oh, please do. So you guys have this, right? These two, are these two different walls?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. This is what's currently there.
Yeah.
You can use the
What-
mic, I'm
and this
sorry.
is-
Oh, let's
Patty.
use that,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry. This is what's currently there, and this is going to go.
Mhm. And
on
where,
top of-
where on the
This
building is
by
that?
the, It's not on the building, it's by the train tracks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
So
it's
we don't have
currently
anything
there.
else like this. We don't have any
It's
other
a very
application like this,
unique,
yeah. And then,
yeah.
what about this one?
That one is on the building, the Villanova Station train building. It's on the other side, towards the
So
street.
that building really is a combination ticket agency
Correct,
and coffee shop all in one. So they, of course, they need identification for the train station.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's on top of it. This is like on top of this.
Wait, this is on top of this?
Yeah, but this is an awning, and this is, see, it's, I don't know how to explain it to you.
Okay, you can't have two signs on one wall, on one exposure.
Well, it's, I don't know
No,
how to
one's,
explain it.
one's
You're talking to the
facing
mic.
west, one's facing east, and one's facing south.
Okay, so then
So
what
are
does
we-
she mean when she says, this one's on top of this one? So I'm looking at this, see this,
This one here,
Mm-hmm.
if you were looking at Route 30, okay? You're looking at Route 30, that's what you would see. So of course you'd be well off of Route 30.
You couldn't
I'm
see it
saying
from- yeah.
Looking south, looking
so
south.
we have this building like this, right? Here are the train tracks
Right.
going by. I just want to know where these different signs are going.
Well, if I remember right, I went down there on Sunday. I think this one's here,
Okay, so that's one.
all right? This guy's 2.
1. This is 2 right here?
Yes.
So it is a different, it's not on a different wall?
Correct.
Okay. 2.
Or I'm sorry. This is 2. This one's on this side facing Sproul Road. Correct, that's a Sproul Road,
Yes.
parallel to Sproul Road. Okay.
And do we have another one?
Yes.
1, 2, there are 3 pages here with signs. Yeah, where's that?
That's by the train
This
tracks.
is here. Okay, and then this one's over here. So if you're coming westbound on the train, correct me if I'm wrong,
Right.
you're going to see this one,
Okay.
all right?
Right.
If you're coming down off of 320 and coming down the ramp,
You're going to see.
this guy.
Okay.
And if you're, there's
Coming
another drive
eastbound.
coming this
Oh,
way
okay.
with kids walking, and another drive, you're going to see
That one.
that other one, yeah.
Okay.
And then
And
the
there's
tracks are.
one.
And now, where are the wall signs going?
Here, here, and here.
Right.
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Got
okay
that
with
time.
it.
Okay. All right,
So
so
call-
I think the wall signs, there's 2 new wall signs, I think should match. Okay?
Yes.
Don't you agree?
Size and lettering, everything. They have,
Yeah,
so it's
but
not so.
2 identical.
it's gonna
It's probably
It's pretty
cheaper
busy anyway.
anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And then these should,
They're existing, all 3.
this is,
Yeah.
but so you're just going to put a decal on half of it.
Right.
This one, you're putting a decal over the whole thing, because otherwise you have that Villanova station.
Right.
So there was another business there called Coffee Craze. And then this one, okey dokey.
You're the only
These two
coffee shop
are
there.
going to match.
Yes.
Oh, fine.
And then this one's, these 2 are going to match.
2 are going to match.
And they're the ones that you're going to see as you're traveling east or west on the train.
Right.
And this one, I'm still confused. I don't know where this one is, but,
Like you say, that was,
Sort of on top of the basin when you come down.
yeah,
from the-
it's like a long ramp.
Up here?
Villanova Law
is that the one here? Okay. And then the wall signs are here
Mm-hmm.
and here.
Actually, technically, I guess you're right.
Okay.
Right.
Let's move on this one quickly before I forget, before I'm really
Yeah.
confused. I'll not be making the motion.
Well,
Just to, clear up,
I'm
what,
sorry, just, I'm
as
sorry.
far as.
Hold that to your
I'm
mouth then.
sorry. As far as.
Is it on?
Having this sign company, did,
Yeah.
what's the next step as far as I'm concerned? Like,
As far as you're concerned, after we make a motion?
Yes.
You'll get something from the township saying, here's what's approved.
does it take a while or?
No, it's pretty quick, right? When pardon? Within a few days.
Within
you'll
a
get
few
something.
days, yeah.
Contact the sign
Yes, tell them
company?
we're.
Sorry, Bill?
Yeah, sure. Right?
All right.
Okay.
You know what, I guess, I just, I'm sorry, just,
Yeah, they're yours.
okay.
Bob, we're going to need, once they apply for their permit, we're going to need to make sure whatever you guys approved is
Right.
exactly what's resubmitted to us. They can't submit these documents
Okay,
for their building permit application.
okay,
All
no
right.
problem.
So we'll tell you what we're going to approve tonight. You can tell your sign company, redo graphics for me for this, or redo the artwork. I need to see new artwork to show to the township. So that you show, the township tells you what's approved, and then she's going to show you her signs, right? Something like that?
Yeah, that's correct. When she comes in and applies for her building permit to put the signs up, we'll have to see the new submittal.
Okay,
Is that clear, Deb?
I think so.
Okay.
But you can have temporary signs.
Okay.
Yeah, put something, get the banner.
yeah. Debbie, can I?
Banners
can
are very
approach
eye-catching.
The podium again, or the desk? It's a little hard to tell, but will you use this logo here? This looks like a mug and just some, you know.
The one in the blue, with all the blue behind
Yeah.
it? So, yeah, which,
Is
see this with
Is
all
there,
this?
is there a problem with
It should be
Well-
consistent.
Yeah.
Same thing everywhere.
it? Okay, well, that's what's going on, that's what you want me to do, that's what I do.
I think
That's-
Which one do you want to do?
Rosie's Mug Coffee Cafe.
Right.
Okay.
In this whited area here.
Yes,
Okay, on the 2 signs that are going to be almost identical.
right,
Okay, all right, just to make sure.
all right.
Okay, and then the other half's going to stay as is. You're not going
Right,
to fool with
yes,
that?
no,
That's
no,
staying
no.
just the way it is, okay. The other one, naturally, you're going to have to change entirely.
I'm sorry, Bob, which one, or Rosie, which, what is happening here with the logo? What do you like here of these? Is it one of these things? This?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I was
And you
just,
said
this
this
is
has
just,
got to go.
Yes. the
Yep.
text
But
has
I
gotta
can
go.
keep the
Mhm.
little note.
Right.
so you can use this and this in case you want to tell this to the sign people, this is gone,
All right.
okay?
And you're going to reduce the size naturally.
What size are your signs? Well, you don't want to, be a waste, I don't know if there's anything there that she needs to cover a space?
I
or
don't
no?
believe so. no.
Okay.
No.
So what's allowed for the signage?
Well, it's, it has to do with the linear feet.
Yeah.
You can't go more than 1.5 square, or if you measure the width on that wall, let's say it's 20.
Yeah.
You can do 1.5 times, so you would be allowed 30 square feet. So those signs aren't going to be any
That would be
close to
huge. That would look
Yeah.
ridiculous.
They're almost going to be
Yeah.
more identification signs almost more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed 1.5 square feet for each linear foot. So,
Right, I guess I was thinking, okay, yeah, I know that part is
Yeah.
just,
And they're not going to be illuminated.
no.
No.
Naturally, you're not going to be there at night, so.
Are you open at night?
No.
Okay.
I'm only
Okay.
open till 2.
Where are your hours posted? On your door?
I'm not sure.
Why don't you put them on your door?
All right.
Or in your window? Because then people come, they go, oh, okay, now we know when she's open. Okay, so let's, Mr. Chairman, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
I don't know, I'm sorry, I was taking charge, I didn't mean to.
No,
I'm just
no.
confused, go ahead.
I think.
Here you go.
No, I think we're okay.
All right.
This is basically the logo. So just like Cindy said, you'll use this and you'll use this. Okay, and your two smaller, now smaller wall signs.
Do I know what size they're going to be now?
Well, I mean, the building's a small building, and I think you should keep the signs rather small, and I think,
Do I have to go through this again then, since,
oh, I know you want to get them up.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you want to get them up. Bill's,
That's hurting
you're going
my
to turn
head.
in,
Yeah.
you're going to turn in corrected signage to Bill, okay? And Bill, you're going to take a look at it and make sure it meets what we've discussed
Yeah, and I'll
tonight.
confer with you if I need to,
You-
Bob.
Okay, no problem at
Yeah.
all.
And when you do your approval, if, I know that one of the sheets here has signs numbered 1 through 5, if you could, so Veta can make sure that we copy the
I'm not really sure
approval.
what you're looking at.
Okay, no problem. We'll-
Yeah, so-
I'll talk to you about that.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll talk to Bill.
When you
Yes.
Talk to your sign fella, let him make all new plans, corrected plans, and then submit those to the township.
But first I need to know how big the sign,
Well-
Yeah.
how large the sign is.
Well,
So-
I would say the width of what you've shown is okay.
But
We're
what
gonna
is,
shorten it up.
do you see a,
No,
do you see a
that's it.
dimension on there?
That's it. I
See,
mean,
I'm
he
thinking
must
like,
have
what do you
that.
think, Debbie, like a sign this
Here,
wide, would that,
Here, Cindy, 40 inches,
40 inches wide?
40 inches wide.
40 inches, that's like this. That's a little bit, don't you think it's a little big for that wall?
I would say no larger than, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have dimensions to
Well,
the
see, there's
building.
a street that comes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want people to see that as they come
Right.
down the street.
There's a street and
40, what's the height?
50, so that 50 can get cut way down since we're losing all that text.
Yeah, you're gonna lose all this text, so that will save you some on the sign, that's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, but I still want a big sign, but
I'm sorry, Cindy. Or,
Yeah.
Debbie.
in here. All right, well,
Okay.
if you could just tell me,
Well,
so
we-
that I
we're-
can tell the sign person what
I-
the size of the signs,
I would say no wider than 40.
Okay,
No wider than 40.
40 inches.
40
inches
inches.
wide.
Mhm.
Naturally, because you're losing a lot of text, that sign's going to be a lot shorter. So it's not going to be, it's not going to be
But she's
50
thinking
inches
she
high.
wants a big sign, even though she's not gonna, you're not gonna have text on it, which, is kind of a waste. I mean, I don't think you're
It's
gonna
kind of a
need that.
quaint, small building.
Yeah,
you
I think,
have to
that's
keep
why
something
I would like
small.
to see a sign that's not gonna overpower
Yeah.
the building.
Okay.
So I think 40 inches is more than enough
Plenty.
to say Rosie's.
Okay.
And you're saying it everywhere. I mean, it's not like you
Right.
don't have 25 signs on the building. I think it's gonna be pretty clear what's going on in there. So are we telling you sizes right now? Or are
Yes.
you gonna go over
Yeah,
it with?
because I don't want to have to come back and forth a bunch of times.
Well,
But you can't go ahead until you have the permit anyway.
Right.
And the permit's going to say exactly what the motion is, what the motion we give tonight.
Oh, okay.
So,
Right.
okay, is that correct? Not to,
Yeah.
yes, we're going to make a
Right.
motion tonight. That's what your permit is going to be. You can go ahead and talk to the township about doing a banner, because it'll take a little while for your sign to get made, so you could get something. And you can put the banner up anyway, which you might want to do, because it could be bigger and draw attention to your grand opening, which I know is in October, but,
Okay.
okay?
right.
yeah.
All right.
We're talking here, logo, 21 inches high.
Well,
Okay.
see, that's
So that's pretty big.
That's too big. 21 inches high here, that means that would be like your letter, well, then the letters would be,
15, 14.
That looks like it's about half. If this is 21 inches here,
Okay.
that would be 10, that's about
10
half.
inches.
So that's 10
That's
inches
10,
right
okay.
here. So 21 inches, that's okay.
All right.
For the logo, that's
Okay,
like
well,
this.
we'll say width not larger than 40.
Width not to exceed 40 inches.
Logo not to exceed.
Logo not to exceed 21 inches.
21 inches, okay.
Lettering, biggest letter is no more than 12 inches, let's say that.
Okay.
That gives you some flexibility in there, okay? So that would mean this R is your biggest letter, okay? Then the rest is going to fit proportionally into your logo.
Okay, so when I get the building permit, all of this will be
Yes,
specified?
right.
So
We're
that
going
I
to
can
try to
tell the
state it
sign.
tonight, okay?
Okay,
All right,
right,
Okay,
we good?
yes.
I think we're good.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to call the office, okay?
Okay,
All
I
right.
think I will.
Yeah, yeah.
Bob directed it.
Or call Betta. Okay, want to give it a try?
Oh, my lord, probably not. Okay, so let me just make sure I know how many signs. We're approving for this unique property, so don't anybody else come with 5 signs. We're approving, I think 5 signs.
Correct.
5 signs. All right. The 2 wall signs are to be identical. They're not to exceed 40 inches in width. The logo is not to be more than 21 inches, with the highest letter, the R, no higher than 12 inches. Okay? The wall signs are to say Rosie's Mug Coffee Cafe and Villanova, I just wrote it down, Villanova students welcome, or welcome Villanova students, V card accepted. Wild card, I don't know why I keep calling it that. Wild card accepted. Is that clear for the, that's clear. So those are 2 wall signs.
You know, one thing we,
Sure. No, I won't be able to do it. Okay, so 2 identical wall signs, not to exceed 40 inches in width. The logo on the sign not to exceed 21 inches in height. The largest letter not to be, which is the R, not to be greater than 12 inches in height. And the colors as submitted, approved. Then-
one thing we did not talk about is the material. Do you have any idea what type of material? I'm sorry, Debbie.
I think it's on this thing.
Is it
Let me
on
see,
there?
wait a minute. Something.
Let's just make sure. I didn't see it there.
No. I know we definitely have had signs by tomorrow.
No question, yeah.
Not this location, but. Okay, so it's a decal that's going on.
Okay.
The wall signs aren't, are they? They're probably,
The wall signs.
I'm sorry, Debbie?
they're new signs. Okay, don't forget the mic.
The mic.
That one's right there, you can just move it down. Wall signs are.
New signs.
Okay,
All right, well, again, have your sign manufacturer, when he draws up the new plans, tell us what type of material he's going to use. And again, Bill will take a look at that and make sure.
Just
it's
for the 2
acceptable.
signs?
For the two
Okay.
signs.
What kind of material?
Yes,
Yep.
the 2 wall signs.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Then we have 3 signs that are attached to the building that identify it as Rosie's Mug and the Villanova train station. 2 of those are identical, and they are signs, I don't know, where are the pictures?
I think we're all going to need counseling.
All right. They are 11.75 inches high, 96 inches wide. They're aluminum, covering the existing sign with a white background. 2 of those will be the same. They say Rosie's Mug and Villanova Station. One of them is utilizing the existing Villanova Station signage and adding Rosie's Mug to the left side of that sign. Those 3 signs are the same size.
They've been previously approved in size.
Oh, they have? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did
yeah, they've been
come before
previously
us.
approved
Yeah.
because Tradition's there.
Right,
So
size and everything,
you're just
so-
going to put new decals over them.
Rewrite.
Correct.
There's no lighting in this.
Right, no lighting.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, and your fasteners, but it already indicates how they're going to be fastened. Fasteners are not to be seen.
Okay.
Anything
All
else?
right, Tony?
Nothing else.
Nothing else? All right.
Right.
Any other
All right.
questions for us?
No, but I think I'll be calling Bill because
Yeah,
I'm a little bit
or Vanna.
confused.
Okay.
You want to take this, this is 21 inch, no more than 21 inches.
Who actually owns that property?
Amtrak.
Oh, Amtrak. I mean, do they have any parameters that, the way you can advertise that building or put things on it or anything like that?
No, I'm just, there's already brackets where I'm going to put the signs.
Right.
I'm not supposed to drill in and put new
Okay.
holes in the building, but
Okay, gotcha. But, you know, like I said, it's kind of a small, quaint little building. You don't want gigantic signs. I don't think it's going to look right. So let's try to cheat to the smaller side, okay?
Now,
Okay.
did we give a vertical dimension on this sign? So it's 40 inches wide.
No. No, I mean, they were talking about 50 inches high.
But that's when she was going to put all
Right,
that
all that
information in
text,
there.
yes.
So it could end up being a square sign.
all right.
Like
Do you want
40 by
this?
40.
Or
40 by
smaller.
40 by 40 or smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want this note?
Yes.
Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
So this shows what I'm saying. Is that maximum 21 inches on the logo? The R is not to exceed 12 inches. It's allowed to say, "Welcome Villanova students, wild card accepted," and 41 inches maximum width.
Okay.
40, sorry. I don't know where I got the one.
Okay. All right. We didn't make a second. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, Debbie. Okay. Okay, next on the agenda is DRB 2012-63, the application of Cambrell Incorporated at 134 North Wayne Avenue, under the Wayne Business Overlay District for 2 wall signs. And just as a point of reference, this is the so-called suburban building.
Yes.
And we're happy to have you here tonight.
Hi,
Oh, yeah.
I'm Erin.
Hi. Hello there. You guys are the owners?
Store director and creative director.
Great.
You should tell people about this store. It's very, it's so nice to see the suburban building full,
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, it's great. We're an online, offline apparel and accessories retailer for men and women. We're a UPenn startup. So we've been around for about 2 years. 3 guys from Wharton started it in 2010. And yeah, this is our 3rd store. We're really excited. We have
Wow.
2 boutiques in the city and just expanding just outside to reach our customer out here. So it's
And
been great
clothing
so
for
far.
men and women?
Yes.
What about accessories?
Yep, accessories, jewelry, shoes. We also do pop-ups on our website, so we get a lot of different brands like coming in and out that are just there for a short time, like Caloric, for example, which is like blenders and food processors and like cool things like that at a great price. So luggage, came in luggage for a while, all different stuff, yeah.
It's a lot of like independent niche designers, lots of made in USA or local designers or sustainably built things, so.
Can you say it's this type of style or another type, or just come in and look?
For the men's, it's like an urban preppy kind of. Women's is a little bit different. There's something for everyone kind of in the women's side.
Yeah, our sort of target demographic
I'm sorry, just
is.
so they can hear you at home.
Oh, should
Yeah,
I just
okay. Yeah, that's
talk
fine.
into this?
Thanks.
Our target demographic is sort of early to mid 30s, like young urban professional. But we have customers of all.
Great, I've already
ages.
been in there, so watch, that.
Yeah.
Now, all the real estate signs are coming down, right?
Yes.
They're
Those
already
are
down. Yeah,
already
we've
down.
Oh, they
we got
are,
our
okay.
yeah we've been open since yesterday, and those are all down. Yeah.
That's great. Good.
Okay.
All right, so you're looking to put up some signage. It looks
Just
like
two decals.
2 decals.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we talk about the door first?
Okay. It's actually not on the door. It's just on the. There's a small like window, perpendicular to the door almost
Oh,
that
okay.
faces out. So we'd rather have like a small sign there. I think that's 1 foot by 1.5 feet. I think it's It has to be 1.5 square foot, and then, yeah, that's the window one.
Okay, again,
good.
you probably heard earlier tonight, you're allowed up to 20% of your available window space
Great.
for signage, so I think you fall well, below the
Looks okay.
20%.
Yeah,
That
I tried to
looks good.
follow everything, so
Good for you.
hopefully we're
Good
in.
thinking. So much easier.
Yeah,
Okay, so we looked at that one,
I
right?
think it looks good. Tony, you all right with that?
I'm
The
fine.
door? Okay, good. All right, let's move to the front window.
Yep, it's essentially the same thing on the front window, just much larger.
Okay, that's the one question I had. It's 24 inches, and you've probably heard us talking,
Wait, the letter's 24?
is it? Or is it
That's
total,
the
sign in
sign.
total?
Total.
It's
Oh, in total?
4.5 feet by 2 feet, so it's 9 square feet.
Okay,
But
my
that's
mistake.
for the entire, so I have like the decals here. I'm not gonna unwrap them unless you want me
No.
to, because it might take a while to put
No, I
them
think
back
we just want to
together.
know how big the K
But-
is.
Yeah.
But this, it's a clear decal, so it's, the lettering isn't 2 feet, it's smaller than that.
Okay.
But the entire size of the decal is 2 feet by 4.5 feet.
Okay, so the K is how large?
Um,
Don't unravel
We
it.
think
That's
it's
okay.
around 10, but I don't have the exact.
Okay.
number.
That's
All right.
okay, it's well under 16.
Okay.
Okay.
right,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah,
there
it's
are-
definitely under
yeah.
16.
Because
Okay.
there are it's like Kimbrel.com and then a horizontal line, and then it says the Better Boutique under it. So
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there's a
3
few inches between us.
lines, 24 inches.
Is that what you've got, the application you've done in other locations then, with the decal on the window? I'm just kind of curious.
Yes. Both of our locations in Center City have window decals that
Okay.
sort of explain like what we are basically.
Where are you in Center City?
1822 Chestnut Street and 1219 Locust Street. So we're right next to Boyd's, and we are also in sort of Midtown Village.
Great.
And you're doing lighting?
We have a light, it's identical to what Little Nest next door has. I think you should have the light
Yeah, we
cut
do.
there. Yeah.
Now, are you both going to be in the Wayne store, or are you going to be downtown?
Our home office is at the 1219 Locust store, which is like a men's only boutique there. It's attached to our home office. So Manya's probably there pretty much almost full time, and then I'm kind of store director, so I'm overseeing everything now, so just hopping between all of them. So I'll be out here quite a bit probably.
Great.
But I like it out here, so it's nice. It's a treat.
Well, Cindy's right across the street, so she'll be
Yeah.
watching.
I already went in
She
and,
already
you know.
made it in yesterday, within hours of us opening.
And then I met 2 women today. Oh, we've already been on the website. We joined. I said, you have to join? All right, I'll do it.
Okay, so you have the one spot,
Yes.
and,
Where is it? Is it up there?
It's directly in the center, yep, of the window up underneath the underhang.
Okay.
It's exactly as, I don't
Okay.
know if
Like
you've
Little
seen
Nest
Little
has.
Nest, but it's
Okay.
exactly, it's already there and
is it there more to
Functioning.
light those steps, or is it in the front areas, or are you trying to light the signage? in the
we're
window?
lighting, yeah, the like mannequins and the signing, right in the center of that window, exactly
Okay.
where the decal is
Okay.
shown.
All
Yep,
right.
Great.
Well, you can't see the light because it's facing away from the street, right?
right.
Yeah.
So it shines into,
Yeah.
like,
Into the window.
Okay.
And
No
it's
problem.
hidden under the line.
Okay. And is your address currently on the
You know,
door?
I don't think it is.
Yeah, we need to see an address
If
on
there's an
there.
emergency, you
Great.
should have
Yeah.
your numbers,
Okay.
you have your
So it's-
location.
On the door.
Well,
Or,
wherever you feel is.
Okay,
you
yeah,
know.
it's definitely not.
I mean, if
Okay.
you want to put it above that, on the window, above that, I think that would be fine. I mean, not to mix in with your nice logo, but.
Right.
What number are you?
4-inch letters, I guess.
134?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we put, we have a suite number. Does that have to go on there as well, or just
No,
134
I don't
North
think so,
Wayne?
no.
Because
Okay.
you're on the ground floor.
Okay.
They'll see.
Great.
You're not
Okay.
buried upstairs somewhere.
And that can be just a decal too?
Sure.
Okay.
And again, no sandwich boards or tent signs?
Yeah.
Forget those?
We've been told.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd love to do something perpendicular like Little Nest has, but that'll be another
Okay.
submission
Okay.
of
You can
ours.
come back and see us. They
yeah.
aren't allowed within the Wayne Business Overlay District, the projection sign.
Theirs is
So-
so subtle, it's kind of hard to see, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We'll think
Whatever.
about
Okay,
it.
Okay.
all right.
Kind of,
One thing at a time.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I just wanted to ask and make sure, there's an exit sign on the inside of our door, and we're thinking about just on the other side to cover like those sticky things showing through the glass, putting our hours and things like that. Will that also, should we submit for
I
that?
don't think so.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
All right.
That's it.
Any other questions for us or comments or,
I don't think so.
no?
All right.
We're going to send you home with an approval.
Welcome to Wayne.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You bet.
We need to actually make the motion.
Fire away.
Okay.
Go.
So in the matter of DRB 2012-63, Kembrell Inc. at 134 North Wayne Avenue, I move that we accept both signs as presented and the lighting which is in place.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to make one small adjustment to the agenda. We're going to jump up Luella, which is DRB 2012-65. We're going to jump them over to St. David's Episcopal Church. So this is the application of Luella, DRB 2012-65 at 227 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne. Again, zoned in the Wayne Business Overlay District for a light over the wall sign and lighting over the freestanding sign. And Luella's been before us, I guess, the last
A number of
2
times.
months, and yeah,
Yes.
and hopefully this will move real quick.
Okay.
So,
My
hi
name
there.
is Stephanie Story. I'm from Belanger Design. I'm here on behalf of the owner, Maria Delaney, for Luella. We're here tonight purely for lighting the signage, which you've already approved and actually is up and in place at this time. The first light that was on the application is for the freestanding pole sign that is up there. There is currently electric out there, but there was no light
Right.
on the old sign that was there from the hair salon. So in the packet, you'll see the sign light that we would like to add to the existing structure of that sign, because it will allow them to illuminate from both directions on Lancaster Avenue, since it's a double-sided sign. So it would just be illuminating the surface. Nothing's internally
Right.
illuminated. So that was the first item.
Okay, I'm sorry. So that is
That's this one.
That is this one,
This
okay.
sign would
Yep.
sit in the middle.
I like that.
Tony, you all right with that?
Sit in
I
the
am.
middle here,
Okay.
And then these
Yep.
heads, you can angle back
Okay,
towards the Luella,
Okay.
but not impose on the sight line of being able to read the signage.
sure. Cindy, you all right with that?
Yes, I like that. It looks
Okay.
great.
All right, good.
And we were going to do an anodized charcoal finish, which matches the lighting that was on the facade of the building that Provco came before for their
Right.
facade renovations.
Okay, good. All right, so how about the lighting on the building itself then?
Okay, so the second item is for illumination underneath the sign that is there. It's actually a continuous sign that runs along the whole facade of the building with a 12-inch projection off the facade, and it has a little bit of a skirt on it, so you're not seeing the underside of that sign structure that runs along there. There was light that was added with wall sconces to the facade of the building at the ends, at the end on the brick, and then also in the middle pillar there. You can see on the plan on the last page. They would like to add some lighting underneath their sign in that little pocket, so you wouldn't see the actual light, but it would allow illumination to come down and illuminate the entrance there and the stairs and pad. And then also they have a planter that's in the front of the building that has a brick.
So it's going the length of the building?
It's going to run the length of the building. I think it would look more consistent
Yes.
to have it run the length of the building
And
than
it's
just.
how long are these sections?
They are,
Does it say on this?
there should be it's called outdoor sign light, but it's actually a continuous fluorescent, and they're 48 inches long.
Okay.
But they're meant to go in an exterior application, and it rotates 360. It would mount actually to the building, not to the sign. And then it would allow them to turn the light so that it shined down into the pathway, basically.
But we won't see the light source.
No, the
Tucked up under the facade, right? Under
there's
that,
like a little skirt,
like that-
a few inches.
What did we call it? We approved that sign,
Yeah,
you
we
know?
did.
That stands out.
The structure sits here, that it comes off of the 12-inch projection, and the facade front kind of comes down a
Oh,
little
shield.
beyond that, so
Yeah,
it'll
beyond
shield
it,
it,
yeah.
and there's a pocket there to set that light in and not see that light just sitting underneath the,
Well, you already
under
did
the
the
sign.
facade work.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
think
Yeah.
it's good.
Okay,
I'm
I
game.
think it's good to go.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
okay.
Okay,
All right, any other comments?
that was it.
Nope.
That's it? Okay, Cindy?
On the matter of DRB 2012-65 Luella, I move that we accept the two lighting proposals, one for the wall sign and one for the freestanding sign.
Okay, here a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okey dokey.
So next on the agenda is DRB 2012-64, the application of St. David's Episcopal Church at 763 South Valley Forge Road in Wayne for a building addition, accessory structure. Thank you for letting the young lady go before
She
you.
belongs to St. David's anyway.
I heard that already, so, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
We're sorry to keep the Lord waiting, but
And I'll tell you what, I was going to say, why don't we take maybe a 2-minute recess while you guys are getting your stuff
Okay,
set up?
that's fine.
Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay.
Should we turn off our mics?
Yeah, and we'll get a chance to stretch our legs, and you guys can get set up there, so.
Are you expecting this to take a long time?
Okay. All righty. Yes, hi, Reverend. like welcome you to tonight's meeting.
Church, and we're here before you to talk about this next phase of our long-term and hopefully coming to an end soon building program at St. David's Church. So I turn it over to Mark Thompson Associates to walk you through this. Is that right?
You know what, this may be beneficial to you if you'd like to have a
The
handheld
handheld's
mic.
probably easier.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Thompson. Is that right?
Is it on?
Is it on?
Veta, do you hear the mic? Does it sound like it's on? Yep, you're on.
Okay, thank you. Sounds like you're very familiar with this, but I'll still go through the paces. This, of course, is Valley Forge Road. This is the most recent addition, the chapel. This is the Oki original construction. And the site that you see in the hatching is the place where we are proposing to add a floor to accommodate basically the pastoral activities, meeting. There are currently 6 priests, but only offices for 4. So the reason that we are proceeding with this is largely to bring the kind of support that the pastoral group requires, and then cleaning up a lot of other smaller things within. There is, to the north, there's an entrance, which is currently not an entrance, and there is a, facing to the southwest, there is a corridor, which is at both the ground and the first floor level, that connects then the new chapel to the existing structure. Right now, you actually have to walk right through that, what is called Fellowship Hall. So that's the kind of the broader outline. Is there any question here before I go to another page? Okay, I'll take that. Well, I'll show you in detail. Maybe this is not as essential, but of course here, because you're all so familiar with it. But here is an aerial view of the existing campus, and from the southwest, the view of the major public exposure that the addition will have. So the addition is, in essence, here on top of what is the Fellowship Hall, to save space and to essentially accommodate all of the needs in the most compact area. We're taking what is the higher ceiling and lowering that to about 12 feet so that we can use the attic and the upper area of what was the chapel at one point is now Fellowship Hall, as I say, to accommodate the spaces. Essentially, we are going to be 7 feet below the existing ridge and 11 feet above, I'm sorry, the existing ridge of the chapel and 11 feet above the existing ridge of the existing Fellowship Hall.
Would you repeat that? You'll be, how many, just that whole
It will
footage
be
thing?
7 feet below
The high ridge there?
of the existing
Okay.
chapel.
Thank you.
And 11 feet above, and as you'll see in the elevations, it's still quite well below the existing roof line, the ridge. But interestingly, and this is how you hope it always comes out, because the roof recedes, you don't actually experience, in my opinion, you won't experience quite the lift that you would if it were directly, if for one you weren't downhill, and if you were otherwise disposed to one side or the other of the high ridge. So this is, if you don't have any questions here, oh, I'm sorry, there's one elevation. In the courtyard here, we are adding an entrance facing basically in this direction. In this direction, it's right here. And this entrance under this arch, we're actually raising the arch to maintain the proportion. But under that arch and with a new roof line that we'll show you, we're adding a public entrance to what we're hoping will seem more like now a public gathering place in the overall rambling space of the church, trying to center a kind of a commons there. This is the existing, and you're all aware of this, but I'll just reinforce it. It's hard to get this long a building on one photograph, so this is not how anybody will ever see it, probably, but it does give you all the relationships. So the new addition is right here. We're raising this ridge, and as I said, will be lower than the existing one. So we put some leaves on the trees. We had to take the picture when the leaves weren't on the trees so you could see the building, but we put leaves on the trees. And basically, we're putting a shed dormer here, and a very, very important feature, I think, that the parish believes to be really a nice addition is we don't really get to experience the campus as a whole campus. And going back and forth now from one side to another is really the experience of just going through, very often at that point, an open space. What this is going to do, which we really look forward to, is from that higher point, look over the 1717 church and the burial ground. So I think that the connection and the sense of history and place that the whole spirit of the church evokes will be just reinforced by that. The materials are all just exactly the same, a cedar wood shingle roof, the same field stone, same color on the painting of the shed dormer siding and the shutters. To go into the weeds a little bit, all of the things that you would expect to be wood will be wood, so we're going to maintain that, except for the windows, which, with this many panes to keep up with the look, will actually be clad in a dull aluminum material, so that unless you knock on it, I think it's going to be fairly much in keeping with exactly what has always been here, but which, with energy issues and costs and just the sustainable, the stewardship that the parish wants to maintain, that will be a very tight wall. So to go into a little bit more detail, this is the existing series of east, west, north, and south elevations. And I think maybe the one that we should look at with respect to some changes is the elevation showing the entrance. This is the entrance, this is the window at the end of what was the chancel for the chapel when it was here. That's no longer the function of this space, as it's a fellowship room, and the chancel is not as frequently used for that, though the pageant, which is just about to be produced in that space, is kind of on that chancel level. But
is that the arch that you said would be raised?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to show you how that works, you still see that. So we are raising it just to keep in proportion, and so that the second floor, actually, there's a corridor, and we can go to show you the plan, but thanks. The corridor, which will go all the way down this new pastoral suite area, will actually be able to look. So from one end to the other, you'll be able to see out that window. I think it'll be a very pleasant experience. We're adding, again, in the same cedar shingle, a canted roof, a pent eave, and then a glazed enclosure, which will capture, as appropriate to the energy attitude that the church wants to take, capture the air as an interlock, but basically there's a door here and here that you don't see in this elevation, and one and one here. But again, trying to stay within the context, which is this beautifully scaled texture of stone and cedar roof and white trim that is seen both from Valley Forge Road and as you wander through the campus. So that's the outline. We have other drawings that can show other things, but that's basically, I think, the big picture.
It's beautiful.
I can say, having been in this business before, this is a masterful job and probably the most, I see hundreds of hours of contemplation trying to make it all work, and it's well done.
I can't imagine even trying to
Yeah.
figure out how we're going to expand with all that there is there, all the different elements, but it's really done beautifully.
But you're very kind.
Yeah, making all the roof lines work and making it all fit.
I think Oki set a wonderful, in the 30s, a wonderful example here in just this beautiful little essay in the county's vernacular, and of course from the church. And so there's a whole series of additions that have been done by many people, and it's you kind of, when you have a bar that's as beautiful to stay to, you try to work to it. Thank you.
Great.
I'm grateful each step has been done so gracefully, and meld so well. Sometimes you'll have a building where someone thinks we're going to do something a little contemporary here, and then everybody's, the next generation says, let's go back. And the dormer is a lovely addition, too. I think you're right. When you come up South Valley Forge Road, it's not going to be as imposing as because of the height, the elevation.
Well, as you know, Frank is a pretty tough taskmaster, and I think the real problem was bringing the church into
He has a tough
context.
boss, you know?
I have a good boss, but I have 3,000 people commenting about the job I'm doing, so live within that.
Wow, I wouldn't want to have a suggestion box. Well, this is good. So,
I guess just
what do you
the
think?
general questions, I just jotted down a couple of things. Any changes to the traffic flow within the campus, or entrance and exit, or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
How about signage? Any changes to signage? I know those signs are relatively new, so they're just the basic questions we need to ask. So.
Well, just to be completely clear, we have here one little change of light, an outdoor light.
I think it's okay.
And there will be a glow of light here under the, there's anything I'm not sure that we anticipate now anything on the surface, but glow of light coming from the chamber, which is kind of like a lantern. And we are here going to have a lower light than you might expect, so that the visual impact from the street, it'll be an interior light, but so that it will be, in a sense, respectful of all of these point lights that the various windows themselves have. I mean, it's a reasonably big area and a very important part of connecting the old church to the new part of the campus. But so in terms of light impact, I think we're trying to be sensitive to the fact that it's a big area, but wants to still be
When do you expect to
pretty
start
clear.
and finish?
I'd be really hopeful if we could start this in fall of 2013. It's everyone's behind it, but it's the economy's a little slim these days. So we started an interior piece because we're doing it in phases. But I would hope that by the fall of 2013, by the fall of 2013, that we would start. And I think it's a 14-month construction.
Year job.
Yeah, year job.
Mm-hmm.
The first phase is now underway.
Again, Mike, I'm sorry.
The first phase is underway with respect to the cleaning up of some of the interior areas. And as you may have noticed, there is an ingress and a construction area and appropriate soil, all the environmental issues that are well understood now.
How about, I guess the last thing we need to ask is the landscaping. Is there going to be major changes to the landscape?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Interestingly, I think there was a good anticipation on how this would go because we're just really building out from the existing footprint for the most part. This one corridor here is pushing out a little bit. But in the old style, where only recently in the last century or so do garden clubs want to dress the exterior, we were pretty well trying to keep plantings away from buildings for first century and a half of our existence. So to be in that tradition, we are not doing much to the landscape. And I think the landscape has been treated well. The canopy trees, the large sense of space that they create is really the dominant feature in the landscape.
All right, other questions? Cindy?
I don't have
Comments?
any.
No?
I'll enjoy watching
Tony,
it.
you had a question earlier about,
No, I think
about
it's,
the size of the property, I think.
You kept the visual interest so that it doesn't become monotonous. It's very well done. Very well done.
Renee and her team have worked very hard.
Great. Any other comments or questions for the board? No? Cindy, you'd like to make a motion for approval?
I'm on tonight.
You're on, I know you are. Going with the hot hand.
In the matter of
This is Cindy's
DRB,
night
this is my night to shine. No engineering drawings is great. I mean, not that I would ever have to approve those anyway. DRB 2012-64, St. David's Episcopal Church at 763 South Valley Forge Road. I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Tony?
Oh,
Yo.
yes.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
Thank you.
Good to see you,
Thanks for
Robert.
coming.
Take care, all right? Okay. Thanks a lot for the good presentation.
Just a beautiful
Thank you.
presentation.
It's really wonderful. I've been here many times, but it's really wonderful to present here. Because you can see it, of course, and then other public.
Yeah, people at home. I'm always surprised when people say to me, "Oh, yeah, I saw your meeting last night." I think, really?
Is this project all in Radnor Township?
Actually, the project is, even though the campus is
Right.
divided.
There's just one piece of that
I'm
new
sorry,
chapel
Robert?
where it comes out and then it kind of steps in a little bit, about 6 feet or 8 feet is in Newtown.
And the church is in Newtown.
And the church is in Newtown.
The old one. I mean, I know that you always call that the church, but me, I call it the big church, the church, the new church, and the old.
I just finished 15 years, and I think, when I get my next 15 done, as I'm walking out the door, I'm going to try to talk them into calling one the chapel.
I keep thinking the little one should be the chapel, and I love that church. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night now.
Good night.
You too. Thanks.
Say Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Merry
A very
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, last
And
on our
then there
agenda
was
tonight.
one good sport who
Yeah.
stayed the whole night.
So it looks like DRB 2012-66 is going to be our last item on the agenda tonight. It's the application of Mainline Boot Camp at 392 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a wall sign. Hello there. Thank you
Good
for being so
evening.
patient.
How you doing?
All
I'm
right.
Bill, and I need you to drop and give me 20.
I was afraid that might happen.
Yeah.
Tell us about your business, and it's not that new, but
Yeah, not too new. It's about 2,500 square feet. It's a sort of a hybrid business and fitness. We do small group, a relatively small group personal training. Sort of bridges the gap between one-on-one personal training and big group fitness. About 10 to 15 people in there at a time, one coach. It's pretty intense, about 30 minutes. And we do all kinds of stuff in there. We have all kinds of equipment, but the floor is usually clear, not too much in the way of machines. We use a lot of body weight type stuff. We have some kettlebells in there. We have some barbells, some bumper plates, but everything's pretty light, and we can move everything around. So it's changing constantly every day.
that's cool.
You want to get together with the skateboarders that started the evening.
That's right.
Combination here.
I got my hands full right now with
Right.
with people coming in as it is. So it's been good.
So much fun to get it done in half an hour, too. I love that
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah. I tell that to people when they come in. It's not something where you actually need to work out for 45 or 60 minutes. It's more traditional than anything else.
So can people come in and do one workout, or is it a package? Like, you're going to do 10 workouts and
It's
you might
generally
do
a
2 week
membership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 to 5 times a week. I like to see them regularly for the daily dose of fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good community aspect too. We just had a party there on Friday night, and it was great. You know, we had all the members in there meeting each other from different classes, so it was a lot of fun.
That's great.
Well, this is the building that had the fire, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So they had to rebuild that whole second, they probably had to rebuild almost everything.
Yeah.
It's probably a good space for you. And you enter on the west side, is there an exterior?
On the west side, that's correct.
Is the exterior stairway?
Yes.
Yeah, staircase up there.
Okay.
Okay,
So you put a sign up, I think, a couple months ago.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
There was a sign advertising the space,
Mhm.
and so I just sort of assumed that it was okay to use that same space.
That
on the
same sign, yeah.
Yeah, the same sign. So so I took the dimensions down, put the sign up, and found out that wasn't the case at all.
Right.
Oh, good, someone else told you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The problem with the sign you put up, it's, I guess, referred to as a projecting sign.
Okay.
Where it projects off the building.
Okay.
And under our code book, they're not allowed.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
that's the problem right there.
So the sign that was up before, was that it was just up there for a while?
I'm not
just-
even sure which.
It was a real estate sign.
It was a real estate sign. It
It
was
was
advertising
not a
the
legal
space,
sign. It
yeah.
was temporary because they were advertising the
Right.
space. So I guess it wasn't, I'm only guessing it wasn't addressed because, you know, people do put up
Okay.
signs for short term to try to.
Got it.
But it was misleading, I admit. We didn't approve it.
Yeah, it was up there for a while. So I
Yeah.
guess you know I spoke with the owner, and he was fine with everything. So I just kind of assumed
Right.
that everything was
Okay.
fine with that,
Yeah.
but
All
it's
right.
not.
It's got to go.
Gotcha.
So let's see how we can change that so you can have a sign that, you know, draws attention to your
works,
business
yeah.
and fits the code.
Okay. So the projecting sign would be perpendicular then to the building?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
we don't have that.
Okay.
We do have them in Wayne, so you will see them in Wayne, but they're only in
Okay.
a specific region, and they're pretty small. Like, the area is the Wayne Business Overlay District, which is, you know, like a couple of restaurants on North Wayne Avenue.
Mhm.
Not many people qualify for those signs, and they're small.
Gotcha.
They're probably about half the size of what you put up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, you know, looking at the building, I guess, you know, of course, we're not here to make your sign or tell you how to do it, but
Right.
I guess we could offer suggestions.
Sure.
But
Well, I want to know if he can have two signs. Can he have a wall sign on the west exposure and on the, and then on the Route 30?
it's one of those gray areas. It's usually more of a road or a driveway as such. But
Yeah.
This is just the parking lot, so.
I know, but there's that road that comes down right behind, like you can see there's a road right he's almost at the
Yeah.
Y in the road. is
See,
what I-
Cody had that years ago, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Same
Oh, is
building.
Cody is west of here?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Cody had a sign, it was all the way at the very top, and.
Yeah, we got rid of
It
it.
got rid of that, so.
Is there a way? Let me see here. I think I have a picture of the west facing.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, east facing.
Oh, like Benjamin Moore has two signs.
Yeah, they have one facing east, and then there's one that's, I guess, would be facing south. But if people can, I guess, maybe even see it just going east, that would probably work out because my entrance is back behind there. So you see, you know, sort of where the red paint starts. There's a platform up there. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of tucked back away.
You know, it's funny, we've had those gray areas on a larger building like this.
Yes.
I remember the rug guy, Kajarian, I think it is, down on 320 and Route 30.
Oh, yeah.
We let him do one.
Yes.
And, you know, it's just a little alley, drive, or whatever
Mhm.
you want to call it. And I remember we let him put one up, so.
What are we approving?
It's a weird building.
Right now, he needs to, of course, take down his projecting sign.
So he's applied for the projecting sign. We're saying that's not acceptable.
Right.
But we're discussing what you can do
Okay.
and
mean-
making a recommendation, I
I mean, do you
guess.
like your style, the way the sign is laid out and everything? Does that work for you? Evidently
Yeah.
it does, since you put it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been fine so far.
Okay, so if you were to kind of flush mount that to the building?
Yeah.
Like the Benjamin Moore sign.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it
And
was
it's- Go
to the-
ahead.
to the left maybe, or just north of that, or?
Wouldn't you want to go, like, right where you are now, but make it flat against the building instead of, what do you think?
So,
Because your entrance is on that corner, is, you know, right. Oh, wait a minute, we're looking at the wrong side. So I'm looking now at the Route 30 exposure, the long wall. Is that what you guys
Yes,
are looking
yeah.
at too?
Mhm.
Okay, so on that, would
This
you
one?
just say, take the sign and put it right there on that corner of the building?
I think that's what I would do, I think, if I was the tenant in there.
So how high
makes
off the ground
sense.
do you think that is? It can't be more than
Well,
15 feet off the
Yeah,
ground.
it's about 11,
Okay.
11 to the, where the shingles are.
There's a sketch over here, something.
Oh,
So,
okay,
Yeah.
great,
yes.
that's right, I'm sorry.
What I really like is the surface-mounted electric service coming up from
I know.
meters, running up.
Well, wait, we're
Yeah.
working on a different wall. We're on this wall now.
There's all kinds of weird stuff in that building, trust me.
Yeah, let's do this wall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Decided across
Oh,
it,
yeah,
who's the
right.
property owner?
It's, well, one of the owners is John Damiani, Mainline Collision.
Okay.
So I think it's GDK Real Estate is, I think, the name of the company.
All right.
Does he own Hogfish?
Sorry?
Does he own Hogfish?
That's
No.
Eddie O'Neill.
Oh, there's
I don't know
Eddie
about
O'Neill. Never
that.
mind,
Yeah.
wrong. Okay.
Different building.
So, the Route 30 facade, or we could take this sign and make it a wall sign, go flat against the shingles. I mean, I think you probably
Right. Or it might not
have
be
to-
perfectly
It
flat.
won't be
but,
flat. You probably
know.
have to have, something extends it out a little bit, because it'll
Okay.
meet the
Up
shingle at the
above.
bottom, but at the top, you don't want it to slant against it. You're
Sure.
going to have it
The
extend
issue
out a little
is
bit.
that they're upstairs, and they want
Yeah. Well, you know what?
recognition that people have to go upstairs.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool that that arrow, I think, is actually, even though that's
like
a
that.
part of your logo, I think it works
Right.
for the location of your business, too.
It
Yeah.
can't be on a flag sign.
No, we're not doing a flag
Yeah.
sign.
Okay. No,
He's
just
turning the
flag.
sign, making it, we've already said no to the flag sign.
Yeah.
So, but he can use the same sign he has, just mount it against the wall, so it's a wall sign now.
Right.
Are you in agreement on that?
Yeah, again, according to the code, but we've certainly turned our back on this property, we have in other locations. You're not really allowed to mount a sign on a roof.
We've had to do that on other locations,
Right.
where the roof is the wall, I think we make an
Exactly, yeah, there's
exception on
just,
that.
in a building like this and down there where Iton Market is, and
Right.
a couple other spots, you have no other choice, you have to mount them on the roof. But
Sure.
if you look in the code book, it says no roof signs, but we have to make exceptions sometimes,
Sure.
so.
Yeah,
Just to
so-
let you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would argue it's the wall.
yeah,
So I'm saying.
So
yeah.
that's considered a roof?
Well,
On the front of the building?
Because it's made out of shingles, but I think
Right.
to me, it's a wall.
yeah, we have no
But
other place to put a sign.
There's no
so,
place to put a
yeah.
sign. So,
Sure.
yeah, we are saying, what
We're
are we
allowed.
saying?
Yes, put
Okay.
the sign where it is. We've let Benjamin Moore and the previous tenants put their sign there, so,
Okay.
yes.
So turn that sign, make it a
And
wall
face it
sign.
flat, got it.
Not higher than 15 feet. And I like the design that you have right now. So if you guys like it, it's going to look a little funny next to, it's kind of a weird building. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
So it's going to be over here.
No, you feel, leave the arrow then? You're in favor of the arrow?
It's part of his logo, isn't it?
No, it's not part of the logo at all.
It's more directional, right?
Yeah, it is directional. Maybe should I have said it?
The arrow has to go straight up then. It's gotta be on the-
I don't know, I think people are going to find you, right?
But I like the
Yeah.
arrow.
It's not like a retail store where people are going to come meandering in. I mean, it's.
Can we say yes to the arrow?
I would almost say maybe if we allow them to do a west side sign.
Okay.
I mean, that's the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fantastic if I could do a west side sign as well, because it's the hardest part is, I guess, when people come in. I have had some walk in, but for the most part, when people come in, if I speak to them over the phone or via email, sometimes it could be, I'll tell them on the right-hand side of the building, but it's usually
Right.
pretty tough.
Yeah, I think we should, and also I think you're going to have better visibility without the projecting sign, because I keep thinking
Okay.
that's still a real estate sign. So I only realized recently, like when you submitted, or I did see some signs when you opened, some.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it'll be easier to see, even though you might think, oh, people can see me coming both ways. This way, one on Lancaster Avenue, one on the west side for people coming east. I think that'll be good.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So we're
Tim
recommending a can sign like the Benjamin Moore sign, right?
Well, not really. I mean,
No.
it's an aluminum sign, non-illuminated, correct?
That's correct.
Non-illuminated aluminum sign. Yeah.
Is that an illuminated sign?
Yeah, it is,
Oh,
yes,
now.
yes. Yeah.
Could you take that sign that you have? Is it two-sided?
It
I
is
mean,
two-sided.
It is two-sided, but can you separate the two sides, or is it?
That's a good question. I think it is solid aluminum,
Okay.
so I don't know that you can.
So you might want to use that one for the west wall and remove the arrow for the Lancaster Avenue exposure.
Okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we need all these arrows, but.
Well,
look
you
at
know,
the-
if you-
we'll look-
sorry.
We'll look at the west wall as almost a directional sign. So it's got the
yeah.
arrow and the wall sign in the front.
if he takes the arrow out, his sign could end up being about the same vertical height as the Benjamin Moore sign, which
Yeah.
might be nicer from just an aesthetic standpoint.
I was going to say, if I'm remaking the signs, I might as well just, if you have a
Yeah.
standard, like something that you're looking for, then I can certainly, go with that. So if you want it to be the same height as the Benjamin Moore sign, I can certainly do that.
Yeah, I think on the same vertical and everything, I think it'll look.
That's going to be a
Yeah.
horizontal sign instead of vertical.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, the same, at the same level.
It's going to be a horizontal sign.
Yeah, horizontal sign, same level.
Yes. And,
And you can
Right.
put your website on there too. That is
Okay.
allowable.
So instead of it being, I think it's, 40 by 44, so it's more of a vertical. So you're saying then go with more of a horizontal sign there to make it, same height as the Benjamin Moore?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
if it works.
Okay.
I think it would.
Where do you actually enter, on the side or?
Yeah, on the side. If you're looking at the one photo, the eastern facing wall, the windows, to the right of the windows,
Where
there's
the
that,
dumpster
red.
is, or
No, actually on the other side.
on the other side?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that fence, which was painted several times.
the part you pointed out, where you see the electric
Yeah, that's the one.
utility, so it's past there.
Yeah, it's back beyond there.
Just a,
It's actually tucked back. There's a platform that goes up there. It's kind of a strange entrance.
see that little yellow spot under the mural? Is that, what, is that part of?
Yeah, that's the platform.
Is that the bottom step to go up your
That
stairs?
is,
Okay.
yeah. And then there's another series of steps as well that goes up.
Hey, Tony, how high are these shingles, each shingle? Any idea?
Each shingle?
Because it looks like the Benjamin Moore is 6
Right.
shingles high.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 24 inches?
probably
maybe
like-
20,
Yeah, I was guesstimating about a foot and a half or
Yeah. Okay.
foot and a half to 2 feet, something like that.
Like 2 by 8.
Okay. Are you comfortable with that, if we use that same height as Benjamin Moore?
2 feet,
Yeah.
2 feet high? Yeah, I mean, would I be able to get width?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
you can get more, you definitely get more width. I
Okay.
would go from, if I was just going to
That'd be
recommend
great.
that. I was going
Yeah.
to say, if you can stretch this out a little, you can get more height on, because you get 5-inch letters.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Right.
make those bigger. I mean,
Okay.
listen to me, make those bigger.
Yeah, sure, I could do that. I like visibility.
I'm trying to think how,
We're going to have 4 lines of text then. Fit Body Boot Camp, Unstoppable Fitness
Yeah.
Formula, and the website.
right, and that'll be inside the blue
Mm-hmm.
boundary, border, and then the Fit Body main line below.
That electric service on the outside of the shingles has got to go.
Unfortunately, it's not your
I was
responsibility.
going to say, it's not me, right?
Yeah,
What?
that's not on you.
It's not on me, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, Bill
I
can take
don't know, what are we doing in a
Yeah.
case like that, Bill? If you look at the one photograph with the electrical service out there and
That's,
conduit on the roof and,
the township would never let them do something
yeah,
like
is
that.
that something we can get cleaned up?
Does
Or
that go from the electric box across and up?
you can see it, snakes up.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably been that way ever since I can remember on that
Yes.
side of the building there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when we had the dance class up there, that was the same, it was the same service and everything on the side. I don't think any of that's changed.
Okay,
The damage from the fire was completely on the other side of the
Right.
building, just that front portion of that pent roof was taken off about from the double windows on the left side of the building as you face it, over around to the corner was replaced, and then they just reshingled the front. When
okay.
they
Not a
did
lot
the
we can do about
repairs.
that at this point?
I would say not, no, that's probably a pretty major
Okay,
thing, because in order to do that, the service cables come in from Pico to the top of that, from the
Right.
tap, so that would be, they'd probably have to run that underground to do something about that, which would
Gotcha.
be probably
Yeah,
a
it
pretty
should
major
come in
cost.
under the soffit and then run up into the tenant area. What happened, they probably have 2 tenants, they wanted to meter them separately.
Well,
So they took the shortcut and just ran the service on the outside of the wall.
the problem is, if you run under the soffit, there's probably large tractor trailers pulling in there to make deliveries for paint, so that could be an issue.
No, under here?
Right up close to the building?
If that's only about 11 feet there, yeah. Well, if you look at the top of that, the upper left-hand corner of that photograph, and you can see there's wires running out. That runs out to the telephone pole. That's where the Pico lines come in, off of Route 30.
Okay, but if you had a truck go that close to the building, they'd damage the soffit anyway.
Now, what I'm saying is the Pico lines come in and attach to the top of that roof.
Oh,
Okay, if you ran the service cable down to the bottom, then the Pico lines would run down that low also.
so that,
So,
yeah, that
so
would be
a
a
tractor
problem.
trailer
Okay.
would catch those, or a large, or a large
Okay, I
stake
see
body
what you're
truck,
saying.
a large truck would catch those lines
Let's go
and
back to
pull
the
them down.
sign.
all right. All right, you all right,
Okay.
Tony?
Okay, so we can't address all the problems of the world here, but.
That's
um,
okay.
We're trying.
Now, one question I did have for you, I wanted to hold off and see kind of sort of where we were at with this. There was a contemplation of a DBA name change for this business. The LLC would stay the same, but the design would stay the same as well. Just the name of the business would be called Tribe Fitness rather than Fit Body Boot Camp. So would that
what's the
impact
full name?
anything
Tri
here?
Fitness?
Tribe Fitness mainline, basically. Yeah, so everything else, all the design would stay the same, would just be the name change. Would that impact this at all?
I would say submit to the township, a new sketch.
Okay.
Spelling that
Is
out.
it Tri-Fitness?
Tribe as in like...
Oh, Tribe.
Yeah, Tribe.
Pardon me. So that's going to be one word?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking to see what it looks like.
So it would be, instead of Fit Body, it would be Tribe, and then instead of Boot Camp, fitness mainline, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay, I like
it'd
that
still
better.
fit in the same sort of footprint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the URL would be tribemainline.com.
Well, yeah, you probably should show us just, if your sign guy would do that for you. If you're going to,
Sure.
if you're going to come back with a change, if you have to
Yeah.
do the change, you might as well.
I mean,
Okay.
are you going to hold off for a while until you know for sure? I mean, you're not going to fabricate a sign and a month later make a new one.
No, it would be pretty, I mean, I wanted to come here first and see where I stood sort of
Right.
with all this, and then, present that to you and just kind of figure out where we're at. So I'm pretty confident that the
Well, let me
change
ask
would
you
be going
this,
through.
would it be a problem for you to come back again in January?
Not necessarily a problem. Would I be able to get, I guess the banner? I think I did like a banner towards the end of the month. So can I do the same thing there? Take down the old sign and then
Put up the
just
banner?
put up the
Again,
Tribe
you'll have to go
Fitness banner.
through the township office.
Yeah.
Right, 30-day, you get 30 days on your banner. It
That
has
that
to
would be
approved by
fine
Bill.
because at least then, if it's back, where the entrance is,
Yeah.
at least it's a temporary type thing. January is a really big month for fitness.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where I kind of wanted to
Oh,
get
right.
everything,
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions and all that stuff.
I'm just
So,
thinking about that.
Yeah,
Well, I
it
think
was,
it's,
one of those things. It's not the ideal scenario, but it is what
Right.
it is.
I think at that point, at least you can mock everything. If
Yeah.
you new, show us the
Mm-hmm.
height, this letter height, where the position's going to be, and the signs, and maybe better, come in with a
I think
clean
that's better,
application.
and that gives you an
You like that
opportunity.
better?
Yeah, rather,
Okay.
why make a sign that you're going
Yeah.
to change?
At least
Right,
we can
exactly.
see
Yeah.
exactly what you're going to do.
So you'll
Yeah.
talk to the township, like Bill, about doing the banner.
Yeah,
Sure.
And in order to make January's meeting, the cutoff is next Wednesday, the 19th.
Okay.
That's when stuff would have to be submitted to VETA.
Who's your sign person?
It's was it
Signs by Tomorrow, Bryn Mawr?
Yeah,
Oh, he'll do
Bryn
it for
Mawr.
you. Dave?
Yeah.
Well, let me
Yeah.
ask you
There's
this,
a lot
Great.
if you're not sure of the name at that time, do
I'm
you
pretty
want to
sure.
sit plans
Yeah.
for both names?
Come in with both.
Okay.
Come in with both, and then if
Okay.
hopefully you'll know by the second week in January.
I'm almost
exactly
entirely positive. Yeah.
Okay.
that it'll
I'm
be-
99%,
Yeah, I'm
100.
pretty sure. Yeah, I just wanted
Yeah.
to see where I stood on this, and then
Yeah.
go from there. That was going to be one of my primary
Have them lay out
questions.
the signs,
both
on
sides.
the building, and show us height, dimensions, all
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
show them the Benjamin Moore and say it would be nice to have the same vertical height, and we can stretch it out a little, so you can have better visibility, but
Sure.
you can maybe be able to get your letters a little bigger.
That'd be great.
Okay, so we're not approving
Okay.
anything tonight,
No.
but we just made suggestions.
Okay.
Did you
Okay.
you got them?
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's going to be a similar, I guess, sign, square footage and things of that nature of the Benjamin Moore. Basically, keeping with the same design standards,
Yeah.
and size standards as Benjamin Moore,
Yeah.
and to fit that in. So, just to get some clarification for this.
I mean, you think that's his,
here.
Yeah,
So, are you thinking the signage right here? That's where you want it?
yeah, give at least the window distance between you and Benjamin Moore,
Okay.
and put the arrow on your sign. I thought it was part of your logo. I thought it was cool, like, upward motion,
Right,
But now that I know
right.
it's the stairs, definitely put the arrow on there. I think
Okay.
that'll, don't you think?
yeah. Do you feel the sign needs to be as long as Benjamin Moore's?
No, I don't think it needs to be as long. I
Yeah.
just would like it to be the same vertical height.
Right, not so
Yeah.
much the same length.
Look like a band.
Sure. Okay.
A band?
No, but, I mean.
Oh, a band of
Yeah.
signs? Oh, all right.
Should be the same height.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so if it was more like a 2x4, 2x6, I think theirs is probably like what, about 2x8 or something like that,
Do you think
2x10.
that window panel is, how wide do you think? When you look at that,
Couple
what?
feet, couple feet.
Wait a
As
minute.
wide as the sign. About the width of the sign.
2, 4, 6. I bet their sign's only 6 feet wide. I mean, when you look at the window
2 by 6,
below,
yeah.
those panels are probably 4 to
Yeah.
4 feet. I bet that's 6 feet wide.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're probably 2 to 6. You could be, you see how the red part of Benjamin Moore? I think that would be a good, enough space for you to get Tribe Fitness, get your information in there.
Mhm.
But, and you might think of, is the logo for Tribe Fitness definitely the letters stacked on top of one another?
They have a vertical and a horizontal. So,
So
I could
you
go
might
to- I could go to
consider,
horizontal.
yeah,
Yeah.
you might look and see what you like, but that
Okay.
would, the horizontal might give you more attention.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could always come in with a couple of plans.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just help you
Yeah.
to.
That'd be
make one
great.
work.
But again, just remember what Bill said. Your application has to be in by next Wednesday, Bill? Is that correct? The 19th?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Close of
so-
business, 4 PM Wednesday.
So application come back for January. The deadline close of business on next Wednesday.
That's correct.
Also get a temporary banner permit.
Yes, yeah, you can see Veta for that also. She can give you the paperwork for
Okay.
that.
Great.
Good.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Okay,
thank you
should
for
we
coming.
Okay.
Make a motion for the continuation.
Oh, yeah, okay, so then he doesn't have to do a new permit. This is a continuation when he comes in.
Well, there is no motion.
I think it'd probably be a new submittal because everything's different, so we'd have to have the fees, and it'd have to be for 2 signs then,
A new application.
and a new application.
We're just continuing this.
Okay, we'll iron out the details.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to make a
Do
motion.
we need to make a motion of any sort?
No, what we're going to do is just submit something to him, submit a letter to him that nothing was approved tonight. He'll need to resubmit for the January, for another meeting.
Okay.
Are you all right with
Call
that?
Dave tomorrow.
Great. Yeah. Yeah,
You know
and,
where
and
you
that, that's fine. So I'll just
Yeah.
I'll speak with them and see if
Correct.
we can get some plans set up and then go from there.
If you have any
Okay, great.
questions,
Should
too,
be pretty
everything's in
easy.
the code book.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
It's online.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, is there any other business tonight for our board?
Next meeting
Make
is
a motion
January
for dismissal?
I'd like to make you want to announce when the next meeting is?
January 8th,
No, really?
second Tuesday,
Don't we meet on Wednesdays?
second
Wednesday.
Second Wednesday,
Second,
Yeah, so it will be
the 9th.
January 9th,
9th, yeah.
6 PM. Be there?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, see you
I
then.
move that we adjourn,
I second that. I third that then. Okay.
and
Good night.
good night.